S9 Plus. Yes, after you guys pay attention in the last couple live streams, my other screen was cracked to death and stuff. And yeah, I wasn't able to use the front screen. Everybody kept asking me to use the front screen, do some stuff like that when I was out there doing Instagram live streams. Finally, I broke down and upgraded and went ahead and got the S9 Plus from the S8 Plus. So big shout out to Verizon for making me spend another $900. It's funny because the insurance on the S8 Plus, it was only a year and a half old, was $200 to have it fit repaired via Verizon. And then I only owed $300 on the phone. And I was like, I'll just pay it off and get a new one, which of course I did. But this time I got a better case on it. I got this front thing on it. So I'll be good to go. But yet it's technically vacation time for me this week. So I am going to be doing a lot of videos over the next couple of days, because I don't have to worry about going into work, which will be very, very nice, and get you guys some more videos lined up. So, finally. And then I don't think I have another vacation until around October. So it'll be nice to finally catch up, do some stuff. I was in Jacksonville over the weekend. My wife's birthday was today, as a matter of fact. So I took her to Jacksonville, Florida. If you guys follow me on Instagram, we went to stayed at a hotel right on the beach. Took her to Texas Day, Brazil, bought her another Coach purse that she wanted, and just generally had a good old time up there, and that was a lot of fun. But we literally just got home a little while ago, and I figured I'd come out here and hang out with you guys for a little bit, and hopefully everybody's having a great weekend as well. It's nice that finally it is vacation time. I am tired, though. It's been a lot of running around, obviously, this weekend, but it was a lot of fun out there. So how's everybody doing? I see you up here, Venom, Firefighter, Swift One. How's the phone? The phone is doing really good. Honestly, I really do like it. Was it going from the P20 from the S8 Plus? Now, the difference between the S8 Plus and the S9 Plus, I don't really honestly see. I mean, maybe it's just a little bit better, but I don't see it as a massive leap above. But, you know, to replace my phone was going to be $200 with insurance, and I was like, nope. Especially when I only had $300 left on the phone, so I went ahead and paid off the phone, and I just upgraded to the S9 Plus. So good deal, goes on. GTR is doing really good. I actually took the Blue Prelude all the way to Jacksonville and back, and I came back in the Prelude today. It's funny because we took the Prelude to the hotel and stuff like that, and I had the valet guys were all asking all about the Prelude. They were like, "This is mint condition, old school Prelude." I was like, "Yeah, other than the rust," but you know, they were like, "It's in just great shape," because you guys know I put the HD speed on it, and then I put some Masterson Shield sealant on it. It looks really, really shiny right now, and it was a great time there. But a lot of people were interested. It is burning up here. I might have to run downstairs and turn the AC down a little bit. When I was on vacation, we turned the AC up some. Is that your little man? Cool. Cool. Where are you planning on going for vacation? Well, I'll be staying here for the first few days, and then we're going to go visit my dad and my grandma, Eric. Just vacation time. Yeah, what? I'm doing stuff, buddy. Don't start. And you realize I just came up here and just started a live stream. He's like, hey, buddy, let's go do something else. And I'm like, bro, really? So that you can already see where this is going to end up going right here. He got to spend time with his grandparents on her mom, obviously parents' side up in Jacksonville. So that's what went on. No, they weren't. They were in Jacksonville, Florida. It's white people for the most part. They were all white guys for the most part, especially at the beach. We were at a fancy resort on Jacksonville Beach, so it was pretty high end. Let's put it that way. You saw AMGs and all kinds. I saw NSX down there and all kinds of fancy high end luxury sedans, and luxury cars, and SUVs and stuff. That's the way it was. Damn, not cheap. Good to hear they didn't screw you the cell phones. Yeah, you know, honestly, it was just the way it needed to be. I mean, I was just, I guess I can get my other one repaired, but I was just like $200 to pull the insurance on the phone. I was like, yeah, hell with it. And I went ahead and just paid off the phone because it was almost paid off anyways. And I decided, you know what, why deal with somebody's used goods that they had to repair? Maybe the battery's not going to last so long. I'll just get a brand new S9 Plus, which I did. So it worked out for me. And I put my 256 gigabyte SD card in there, and I transferred all over the videos and stuff. So it works out really good. How's it going, buddy? How you doing this fine evening? It's funny because I put on basically what would you call like basically a ceramic coating on this. The guys at Verizon showed it to me. It's basically liquid, and then it solidifies and makes it so you can't even scratch the thing. Here, let me see that. I'll show the guys. Thank you. So basically, it is like silicone coating. Okay, I'll let you guys see the back of it right quick here. So basically, it's like ceramic coating or whatever you want to call it. And I'm telling you, the guy took out his keys and was like left and right on it, and it wouldn't scratch at all, didn't do anything. And then he took his phone and was literally throwing it across the Verizon store, and I was like, oh, Jesus. And no problems whatsoever. So I basically did the same thing. I got the same case on it from whatever company it is, whatever, and then I got that on it. So hopefully this time it won't crack the screen. It was in my pocket when it happened. I don't know how I did it, but that's what's going on. What's up, Kareem? I really like it. Problem is Ontario isn't too cheap. Exactly. What part of Florida has the best beaches? The Gulf Coast. the Gulf Coast, anywhere along the Gulf Coast, it's a white sand beaches. Where you go to the Atlantic side, it's all like the gray sandy beaches. But the white sand beaches are the best. So Clearwater Beach, if you want to go to like Destin, Pensacola, anywhere along the Gulf Beach side. The Gulf is the white sand. Where you go to the Atlantic side, it's all the gray sand, typical sand. And it's not as pretty. You know what I mean? Coming to Houston, Texas is where I live. It's a nice, calm city. Everything is affordable. No, I've driven through Houston one time. I actually took the Blue Prelude. I went from Pensacola over to Austin, Texas for a big Honda Prelude meet that was held out there. So you had people from different states come all around. And it took me, I think, 9.5 hours from Pensacola, Florida to get to Austin. And I was like hauling ass the entire way. One time I was in Louisiana and a state trooper pulled out right by me or something, or merged on. The dude fucking paced me for, I shit you not, like 15 miles. And then he finally pulled off again. And I'm like, oh my God. And then I was, as soon as he pulled off, I was like, boom, and I was gone. So pretty crazy. 6:50 a.m. here, and it's 8 a.m. in the morning. Yeah, no, it's 12:51 in the morning here. Very, very late at night. I need to get one of those bad boys, S8 Plus. I had S5, 5 years, need to go for it. I think I had the S5 or S6. I think I had the S5 as well, and I loved it, absolutely loved it. It was Electron Blue Pearl or whatever they called it, and I loved it, but I was always running out of room for apps, and so my dad had to keep deleting a bunch of stuff. So then I went to the S8 Plus, and then it lasted me about a year and a half before the screen somehow got cracked in my pocket. I don't know what happened at work. I must have ran into something or something hit me, and I just didn't know it, and it took the full brunt of it. And this guy swears, he's like, dude, this silicone-based stuff looks like ceramic coating. I mean, it's so slick. It's ridiculous how much more slick this is with it. I put something on it, and it just slides off. Look. It's ridiculously slick. Now, so I'm guessing it's the same stuff ceramic coating's made of. It was like $40 for it. It's a German made nano glass screen protector. It's got to be ceramic coating of some type. Anyways, that's what's on here right now. And it looks really good. How's the Prelude on the gas? Doing pretty good. Normally, but when I had the automatic transmission, I used to do long road trips on the Prelude. I would be able to, if I was pushing it and just milking it the whole way, I would be able to get about 415 miles on it before I was like getting close to running on fumes. I would just keep pushing it, see how far I get. I'd say about 375 miles is where it would the light would come on, and I pushed it a couple times, like 410, 415, and I knew I was on fumes. But that was on one tank, so that wasn't too bad at all. But I'd say now that it's 5-speed swap, it might not be as good on gas, but it's a 5-speed. I'd rather have that as well. The guys it was funny because the people were all asking about it and stuff, and they all wanted to. They're like, oh my God, you got a mint condition Prelude after this many years, and they have how many miles on it? And oh my God, I really want to get one of these. It was like, damn, you people are worried about Prelude when you have AMGs and like these high-end luxury sands everywhere. I was really just blown away. They loved it so much. I got 450 on a tank of gas in my car, 13.2 gallons. As long as you have a cheap little small car, you're fine. My wife's minivan does like 380, 390 miles on a tank. Stop. He's going to be a brat all night long now. He will not let us, go anywhere. He'll drive us nuts all night long, and I'll finally end up having to get off. I can tell you that right now. He stayed the night with actually his grandparents last night. He stayed with them, so he didn't even stay with us in the hotel. It was just me and her again. I took her out for her birthday, went to Texas Day, Brazil. We had a really fancy hotel room right on the water. So we did all kinds of just fancy stuff like that. So that way we didn't have to worry about him. He stayed with them at his grandparents' house. So now he's back with us. What do you want? What? This? You want that? No, you can't have the Switch. He's pointing to the Nintendo Switch. I finally pulled it out because I had it locked up for so long, the Nintendo Switch. I don't know if any of you guys play video games, but I had it locked up for so long, so now I have it in here charging right now. So he really wants the Switch to play with, but I'm charging it right now. So I haven't played it in a while. I just don't have time. Again, with him, this is what happens. Every time I try and do anything, he won't let you do anything. So it's the way it goes. Little Billy Mays. What's up? What? No, you can't get the Switch right now. It's charging. It doesn't work right now. It needs power. You want to hold that? No, you don't want to hold that? Okay, then. Get triggered a little bit. Get triggered. Where I'm from, if I own a Honda, you say, yeah, I don't know what you're trying to say, Kareem. I don't know what you're saying, buddy. Anyways, how's everybody doing this weekend? So I'll give you a rundown of what I plan to do this week. The GTR is completely filthy. I drove it all last week to work while I was working on the Prelude. The Prelude, of course, got rained on every single day this weekend, completely poured. But, dude, because I had put shield sealant all over it, dude, the water beating and sheeting was incredible out there with all that heavy rain. I was able to drive down the road down the interstate and just not even have to turn the windshield wipers on because I had sealant on the windshield as well. I was like zip, 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 zip like this, just driving down the road. Excellent, excellent water repelling. Just, it looks really good. And again, the compliments, because now it looks so spotless now. Everybody was just loving on it when I was there. They were just like, it's in mint condition. I'm like, yeah, except for all this rust. It's crap. Lock him in with the wife and make do something for a change. Yeah, right. You tell her that. You tell her that. Go ahead, Dalton. Good luck on that one, boss. Yeah, I'll be like, hey, Dalton said I should lock him in here. She'll be like, you, Dalton. My wife has a little bit of a hot head. Okay, just giving you a heads up. What videos are you going to upload? So, Leonardo, I'm going to actually be washing the GTR, as I said. And I'm going to use the, I got the Garage foaming suds in. I got the polygloss in. So I'll be actually testing that out. And I'm going to be testing out Dalton's new finish polish. So hopefully I'm going to try and get some of those done tomorrow. But again, like I said, I'm on vacation now. I don't have to rush around. I have to worry about going into work at a certain time. It'll be like, I can finally get this stuff done. So, and then I gotta do some yard work around the house. Some of the hedges are starting to get out of control. I got to trim all the hedges back. Because, you know, owning a house, you got to take care of it because we get enough HOA letters the way it is. Oh my God, there's 2 palm fronds in the yard. Right up. Seriously, 2 days later, it comes in the mail. You had palm fronds in your yard. I'm like, no shit. The damn heavy thunderstorm took over and I had to clean them up. But it's the way it goes. Have I ever been to Cali? Yes, I have. I've been there one time. We went to, we flew into Long Beach. We stayed with her aunt out there in Anaheim, like literally 2 or 3 minutes down the road from Disneyland. And then we got on a cruise ship out of Long Beach on the Carnival Miracle and went down to the Mexican Riviera on that side all the way down for 7 days. And then we came back. I think we went to Mazatlan. I forgot what it is. Cabo San Lucas. I think, was it Cabo? Yeah, and then we went to not Veracruz. We went somewhere else like there. Anyways, that's where we went. We had like 4 stops or whatever during those days. It was really cool. What if I'm saying is you're not driving a Honda, you're not saying anything? What I'm saying is if you're not driving a Honda. What do you mean not saying anything? I don't understand what you mean by that, Kareem. Have you ever been fined by HOA? They've wrote us up a lot this year. They changed the HOA, like I guess you want to call it, company that handles all of the neighborhood stuff. And we've probably gotten 5 letters in the last couple of months. It's always about palm fronds. One time was some stupid shit like you had bags of mulch. I was getting ready to lay, so we bought like 10 bags of mulch. I laid them in the flower bed in the front. We got a write-up for it like a week or 2 later. I'm like, are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? I have them out there to put them around the thing, and we got a write-up in the mail. Anytime it rains or heavy storm, the dead palm fronds fall down, we get written up again. And I'm like, dude, you guys are out of control. We had moss because there's moss on the back bushes. I got written up for moss, and I needed to clean up the moss off the bushes. I'm like, dude, you've got to be kidding me. Moss, naturally grown stuff. So that's why, like I said, I got to trim up like the hedges on this side of the house. There's a lot of them run all the way back by the pool, like, you know, kind of give you privacy for the pool, and they're kind of getting really out of control. So I got to trim all that stuff back. So it means I got to get the giant ladders out. If I can control her temper, then maybe Christmas can get her in. Yeah, no way, Dalton. You're asking for trouble there, buddy. You're asking for trouble. I got fined by HOA because the grass was too long, half-inch, 75 ticket. No, we get warning letters. So you have a certain amount of time to correct them. We have lights out. Like, you know, there's pillars that are that go over the balcony back there, over the pool, and we had lights wrapped around the pillars. We got a letter for that recently about no lights on the pillar. The lights on the pillars have been there for like 5 years. I'm not lying. And we get a write-up. Yet I go around the neighborhood at night and people are having lights on in their pool area. I'm like, so they can have them, but I can't have them. And I was like, really, guys? But that's part of the reason we're ready to get out of this neighborhood. Things have changed, and I feel like it's starting to go downhill a little bit here. Why you didn't get into the Note 9? I liked my Galaxy. The thing is, I got to be able to keep it in my pocket. I'm not one of these guys that likes to have stuff on their side of their waist. I'm in a job where obviously I actually cracked it on accident. It was in my pocket, so I don't want it too big, and especially with jeans or whatever. I don't want it a big old sucker. So I've always liked the Galaxies. Like I said, this is my 3rd Galaxy now. It's treated me really good, so we'll see. I was gonna hope to wait for like the Galaxy S10 because you figure they said they're already testing 5G, but you know, obviously it's what had to be done. The funny thing is, obviously, it still works, and I could just get it, order a new screen, and have a new screen put on. But you know, I was just like, hell with it. How you been? You seem a little stressed today. No, not at all. I actually just got home a little while ago, just from Jacksonville. We literally just drove in tonight. I just picked up the Galaxy S9 Plus. Nice phone it is. It really is, Alejandro. It's been pretty good. What else I was doing this weekend besides hanging out is I got to play the new Call of Duty Black Ops 4, the beta. I don't know if you guys play any Call of Duty or anything, but I did get to play a little bit of that because last weekend, was it last weekend? The last time there was a beta, I was gone. Hey, no. That's the wall. You guys can see that wall literally drops all the way down like 15 feet because it's the stairs going down the stairs into the main living room down there. So if you were to actually go over, it would be a nice little 10 or 15 foot fall right there. So that's why I was like, nah, get off from there. But well, it does have a better camera. Oh, again, I don't know, Dalton. We had a good time. Again, you guys can see the pictures if you want. If you follow me on Instagram, you guys can see what my wife looks like, and you can be like, oh, that's her. So if you don't follow me on Instagram, you can follow it right now. It's Accord79, easy to follow. What? What? You want your socks off? You want your socks off? Okay. He wants his socks off, guys. Ugh. Come here. Come here, little bugger. Say hi to everybody. Say hi. Say hi. No. Oh, dang. He's rude, isn't he? Why are you so rude for? Why are you so rude? There, your socks are off. You feel better? Well, I can't take your feet off. Look. I can't. What do you want me to do? Take your feet off too? What are the different stages of paint correction? Obviously, you want to clean it first, then you want to use clay bar, and then you want to do a small test section, probably just a small test section of polish. If polish gets rid of it and all the swirls and stuff are gone, you don't need to go from there. Then you can come back with like a sealant or a wax, whatever you want, any kind of protection after that. If you need to go on to a compound, then you would go to compound, and then maybe sometimes you want to come back with just a light finishing polish to really just make it look as best as possible. But again, like stuff like this, the HD speed, seriously, you might want to seriously consider, give it a shot. I mean, obviously, I got so many just people blown away by how well the Prelude looked. I was just blown away. And then, of course, I came back on top of it with Masterson Shield Sealant on top to really, really protect it for a long time. And I'm telling you, the water beating and sheeting is just phenomenal right now. And the Prelude looks beautiful. And again, I got so many positive comments on it. It's really cool. Thanks a lot, Scooter. He's a good boy until he's tired. That's when you turn into like that kind of thing there. If I'm correct, I don't think the big difference between the Note 9 and Galaxy. I don't know. I don't know the difference. I mean, I like the bigger screen versus the regular Galaxy. Same. I got my wife the 8. She has the iPhone 8 Plus. Is it? Yeah, the iPhone 8 Plus. And we just generally like the bigger screens. It just is easier to see, and it's just more to look at. But I don't want a big old brick in my pocket either. You know what I mean? Minor things, I got a good deal in the S9 Plus. Yeah, I think these things are like $900. So I don't know, bro. Like they were even going to give me like $109 for my trade-in phone, and I was like, yeah, I'll just keep it. I don't really care. How much should a paint correction cost? I'm going to look to get rid of the paint chips to prevent rust. Paint chips, it might cost you a little bit more just because of the fact that you're going to have a person color match it, so like that. You want more drink? All right, guys, give me 2. I'll be right back. If anybody comes in, I apologize. Let me go ahead and get him some drink, and then I'll be right back. I apologize. Again, I just started the live stream. Then he comes up and goes, hi, one of those things. So 2 seconds. I'll be right back. Hey, keep them busy. Talk to them for a few minutes, okay? That's your job. Keep them busy. I'll be right back. He's going to be like, nope, 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 no. Here. All right, you can stay there then. If you don't want to hang out with Daddy, you can come stay down there. I don't care. Oh no! Oh no! There you go. Sorry about that, y'all. I'm back. My apologies. I was doing some stuff. Get you a drink also. Do you think the GTR in the future? What? Anything you do to the GTR in the future? Oh, you talking about like mods? Well, right now I just want to get it paid off. Honestly, Scooter, my biggest thing is paying it off. I literally only owe $21,000 left on it. I just bought it last January. I am hauling balls trying to get rid of that car payment just to get me into it. Even, you know, if I buy a four-door car, it'll be a lot cheaper. So right now, no mod scheduled right now. It'll just be to like pay it off. That's my mod. Have you ever gotten Auto Geek mystery box? No, I just do. I pick out and choose exactly what I want. As a matter of fact, Auto Geek. And actually, I didn't get this from Auto Geek, but here you go, guys. This is one of the ones that everybody kept asking me about. This came in last week. Grills Garage Foaming Polygloss is one of their new things. I think it's overpriced as hell. Let me tell you, the Surface Foam Wash and this shipped from Indiana, $56 for 2 items. $56. And you know what struck me as weird, strange about this is, okay, about 3 or 4 years ago, Eagle One made a product that you put connected to a hose and you just sprayed it on top of the car after it was washed, and it basically protected it and gave it like a light coating of wax almost on it. I forgot what it's called. It came orange bottle. Okay, it was sold for around $15, right? It's almost the same thing. It really reminds me identical to it. The way the properties it's going to have. I was just blown away. With shipping was $56 for this bottle plus the foaming soap. I was just like, damn, that's the most expensive product I bought in a long time. You know, I complained in the one video about Chemical Guys, their little half-gallon thing from Walmart being their car wash being $15.99. And I was like, oh my God, when I spent $56 for shipping for 2 products, I'm blown away at how much this damn thing costs. Now I get it. It's 35 ounces, but it's just like, wow, that's expensive. But hey, you know what? My subscribers asked for it. I had a lot of donations, especially from people like Poo Panda and stuff like that who donated to my personal PayPal account. And, you know, so of course these people asked for it. So I'm going to spend the money. So it was no big deal for me in the end. I try and take care of my subscribers all the time. So if they ask me for certain products that are easy to get, I did it. So it costs a little bit, but it's whatever. I try to do the best I can, Cody. I can't promise I'm the best person in the world, but I try and do the best I can. You know what I mean? Yeah, dude, we have a small mini fridge downstairs that's by the pool. There's a mini fridge by the pool, and so that it's like a wet bar right by the pool, and that's where we have a mini fridge. It has all our drinks in it and stuff like that. My wife puts her like wines and coolers, all that stuff inside there. You know what I mean? I thought you couldn't use the Grills Garage Polygloss with others. I don't know. I know the soap wash you could. Mixing option 2. For traditional, ready-to-use option, add a corresponding amount of foaming polygloss concentrate equipped reservoir. Yeah, foam cannon, 1.6 ounces is right there. You can use it with it, but you can't actually use this with a regular foam cannon. It says 1.6 ounces. Foaming sprayer, 2 ounces. Pump up foamer, 0.5 ounces. Air foaming suds gun, 0.25 ounces. Like 0.25? Really? But I think isn't that with the air pump thing that you pump it up? So I guess you're just shooting straight product on there. I don't know, guys, but there's the main one. If you want to use the Boss foam gun, it's there. But here's mixing option 2. It says below there and all the instructions. But again, that's some pretty expensive stuff. I know it's 35 ounces, but damn, that is pretty high right there. I mean, the HD Speed, which is an amazing product from Auto Geek, was $15. $15 for this, and I've used maybe that much of it on the whole Prelude. And so I could probably get 3 full cars out of this, or maybe 2 really big SUVs. It's like for $15, and this is going to last you for months because there is a protection in it, you know, like a sealant type of wax in here. It's Monton wax. It's something like that. Monton wax is different than Carnauba. Yeah, that's what I'm trying to think of. It's like a little bit expensive. Do you miss your Z? Not really, man. It's just, I was not driving the Z, as you guys know. I have a son, obviously, at the time, and then, of course, my wife. So it was either one person could ride, and that was all the way it was going to be. So it literally had a thin layer of dust across the entire car. I wouldn't drive it. I mean, I got to tell you, I probably didn't drive it one time for 3 months straight. It literally just sat in my garage for 3 months. I would start it up occasionally, maybe take it around the loop in the neighborhood, and then I'd park it again. So I'd have to have it on a battery tender, and I just never drove it. It wasn't practical for me anymore. Hell, the GTR's trunk is massive. I can put 2 full suitcases in the GTR trunk and still have room. I have the stroller in the trunk right now. One of the strollers that I personally got for him. I have a stroller in the trunk at all times. I mean, the trunk in the GTR is massive. You have the back seat, which he can sit in. My wife can then sit in the front seat. It's just so much better of a dad car for me. And once it's paid off, I'm going to probably buy some kind of four-door. We'll see. I mean, it's funny because if you guys watch Honda Pro Jason, he has like 100-something thousand subscribers. I met him personally when he was down here, and I talked to him about it. And I think this last weekend he was actually going to meet with the Honda execs and reps that out there in California, because he travels. They pay him to travel all around the country now, and he stops at all the dealerships, talks to them, and then they talk to him about it. So it's pretty cool. And he said, anything anybody wants. But yeah, so I personally wrote him a thing. I said, would you please ask them to make a Type R Accord? And he said, I will for sure ask them if they'll consider building one. So, hey, we'll see. You know what I mean? They built them in Europe and they built them in Japan. So it's like, come on, you build a Civic Type R, let's build a Type R Accord. If not, it'll probably be something like a Civic Type R. I'll buy something. I just don't want to spend that much money ever again on a car. I'm happy with $20,000 or $30,000 cars. That makes me more happy. And you buy it used, $20,000 or $30,000, you can get some really killer cars. There's a beautiful Laguna Blue S2000. It's a 2007 up there at the local Audi dealer in Orlando. I saw it online. Gorgeous car. I would love to have one as a toy little car. Little convertible S2000 VTEC screaming all the way. Those things are going up in value now, and I think they're asking $22,000 for it, and it only has 50,000 original miles. That to me is what I would personally rather start dumping money into. Like those S2000s are now going up in value. Same with NSX. I saw an NSX yesterday, and I was like, damn, you just don't see NSX. I know they're not fast, but the thing is their value is going up, and I'd rather be investing in cars that I can enjoy that value is going up versus most cars that just go down. Even the Preludes, mint condition Preludes, are starting to gain value again. You can't find a mint condition Prelude now for about under $3,000 or $4,000. And they're now starting to track up, especially some of the rare options. You get stick shift on it, or you get electron blue pearl, like I have. Those now are asking $6,000 and $7,000. Like that's what they're asking for them, even though the book value is less. It's just you can't find them anymore. Eager One Element Shield. Thank you so much, Dalton. I really appreciate it. Essentially, it's the same thing. You are 100% right about that. When using your phone, watch how long something is on the screen. I've had issues with the screen burnt in the picture. Oh, that's really strange. I mean, right now it's sitting there just like this. You can see it's 1:12 in the morning, and that's the way it normally sits for me. No big deal. I have it in the soap. Seeing Victor, my screen looks kind of pink. Weird. Now I did find out, if you guys are talking about the thing, I turned on the blue light filter on my S8, and it looked a lot different. It looked a lot more realistic colors when I had to turn the blue light filter on or off, something like that. It actually helped it for me, because my 8S Plus was a little bit different. How's it looking for the? All I do, Cody, is probably about every other day I look online. I haven't seen anything. You got to remember, if nobody puts them up for sale, or they don't go to a auction, then there's nothing there. Newer ones are all over the place. But if you want something from the early 90s, I saw 3 come up for sale, and 2 of them had wreck damage. One was like a graded 3. One was grade 4.5 with only like 30,000 original miles, but it had cloth interior and it was white. And I was like, nah. Because to me, I know leather is not as popular of an option in Japan as it is in America. They don't consider leather like a luxury thing. They would rather have cloth. For some reason, the guy explained it. Japanese people say you're not meant to be hurt when you're getting out of a car. You know how sometimes with leather seats you squeak a little bit? Well, that is considered not rude, but a little bit strange, making squeaking noise getting in and out of the car. So most executive cars in Japan, a lot of them anyways, they have cloth interior. So it's just the way it is. And I was like, I want leather inside of it. I'm sorry, I just want leather. And it was white, and it wasn't the color I wanted. Again, if it was, I want that. There's a dark jade green, and then there was a dark blue as well, dark blue pearl, and that's what I'm waiting on. So I've only seen 3 or 4 come up for sale in the last 2 months, and that's seriously, I was like, I'm not getting a wrecked one because you don't know what kind of condition it's in. One was a really low level 3 condition. It had like 180,000 kilometers, so it was over 100,000 miles, which is a lot for Japan. And then the other one, like I said, was mint condition, but it wasn't leather, and it was white. And I was like, nah, I don't want white. I want that other color. But because the way I see it is, if I don't get it exactly what I want, I don't spend the money. You know what I mean? Just to get a car, it's just like, I'll wait. By next summer, next fall, the GTR hopefully will be paid off. Then I can buy whatever I want again. I'll be out of payments. Multitasking device now. Huh, okay. Another screen is off like that. It will get bad burn in. No notch. Headphones jack equals win. I don't know. I mean, like, it's funny that, you guys get into the headphones stuff and like you had the Apple and products and stuff like that where, they didn't even have a headphone jack, or you had to have this stuff. And that's just the dumbest thing in the world. That didn't have a headphone jack. It's just like, really? Or like fast charging. You had to pay extra for fast charging. I'm like, what? Like, almost every Android now comes with fast charging. And I've had it now for 2 years with my S8 Plus and now the S9 Plus. And I have connections everywhere. As a matter of fact, one's charging my Nintendo Switch right now. As you guys see, this is actually the fast charging port that's in there, and it's charging the Switch, so I can hook it back up. When he was a lot younger, when I had to switch out more, he was always trying to grab it and play with it and stuff like that. And of course, I was kind of worried about it. I know it's a Nintendo, but so I put it away is what happened. And I haven't played it since. I don't have the time to really play it that much anymore. As you see, he comes up there and pulls you away, and then you got to go play with him or doing something else. He wants some food or whatnot. Have you ever driven the Q50 Turbo? No, but one of the Central Florida GTR owners actually owns one of those, and he's put some mods on it. It's like the red or whatever it is, but he definitely has one. It's a black one. He owns a black GTR. He lives out in Claremont, Florida. He does some, what do they call it when you're like an event organizer or something like that, so he has to travel around the country and like push events all day long. He's like almost like a drug pusher, and he sets up all the events for the big shows and stuff like that. So I guess he makes pretty damn good money. His wife doesn't work, and so that's all I know. So he's like an event coordinator, and he's actually now doing the Central Florida rallies. So he'll do rallies from one side of the state of Florida to the other. And he'll have nothing but like GTRs and exotics and stuff like that. And they'll just rally from one side of Florida to the other, taking back roads the whole way. And it takes like 2 or 3 hours just cutting through the backwoods of Florida, just having a lot of fun. So yeah, I haven't get it. He has the Q50, but I don't like, I've never driven one. Last time I drove an Infiniti, it was like, I think it was the G35 sedan. It was probably the last one I drove. One of the guys from work when I was in Pensacola, we go out to the club sometimes, and he liked to get completely hammered, just absolutely hammered. So he would just throw the keys, and he's like, "You drive, man. I can't drive." He was completely wasted. And so that was the last time I actually drove his car. But or last time I drove any like Infiniti, anything like that. I still mess the G35, G37s. I think Infiniti really took a misstep when they made the Qs. I think it still needs to be the G Coupe and the G Wagon, the sedan, and that's the way it needs to be. I would like to see them change it back. Everybody else was saying the same thing. I'd like to see them bring the G Wagon back so we can see. Well, what's up, Jared? How you doing, bud? Are your co-walkers in the cars? Yeah, some of them are for sure. I mean, a couple of the drivers have like Mustang GT Cobras. One of them has the GT 350. One has like a Ford Fiesta ST. There's Evos up there. There's STIs up there. There's a couple of STIs at work. A lot of Mustangs, Camaros, a lot of like trucks, big truck. You know how trucks get stupid expensive. It's like, oh, you want the Lariat version? Well, that's a $65,000 truck. And you're like, oh, no. And there's a couple of drivers up there that have that kind of thing where they're doing that kind of stuff. And that's their thing, is they like those big trucks, and they're willing to spend the heavy money. You know what I mean? Boom, 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 boom. You want your man? There you go. Have fun. There you go. He doesn't go in head first. Jeez. What is he, like a Dukes of Hazzard? He just like dives into the car? Jeez. Put it in. You got to put it in there. GT350. Yeah, actually, Cody, if you go back to the Masterson's tire wheel cleaning video I had from way back a couple years ago, that guy, I actually let me use his silver GT. His silver GTR. He last year bought GT 350. It's white with the blue stripes on it. He told me I could clean it whenever I want. He just doesn't care. He's a dentist down here locally. He has a huge home, like 4,000 something square foot. He has a separate garage built behind his house. It's custom made for his cars, and he's a workshop back there, and his weight room and music room. I mean, the dude just is like I don't care. You can come borrow it anytime you want. You can clean it. He's a really nice guy, but he's got a lot more money, I guess, than to play with than we ever will. So it's pretty funny. Those diesel trucks are hella money. I wouldn't doubt it, Cody. I would not doubt it. But there's plenty of them up there at work. There actually is Golf R's at work. There's a Focus RS at work. There's a Focus ST at work. I mean, there's a lot of car people up there, but none on the level of like buying a GTR. Like when I first bought the GTR up there, I parked near where the managers park at the very end of the parking lot. and because they have a separate insurance for all the management. And a lot of people thought it was a manager's new car, one of the manager's new cars. When they saw the GTR, like, holy shit, and they were like, no, it's not a manager. And I don't want any management responsibility. I like where I'm at right now. Have you ever tried to do the plan to try any of the Meguiar's Pro products? I don't know, Volatile. I've heard really good things about them. As you guys know, I really try and concentrate on things that are easier to get, over-the-counter options, and I could go from there. Every time I buy these like higher-end products or products from offline, many times they just don't get the views, and I'm just like, I'm going to get stuck with a product that I'm only going to use maybe once or twice, and that's the kind of thing I'd be worried about. Where if it was just a standard Meguiar's product over the counter, I'll get views like that over, you know what I mean? That's the difference. Where like online stuff, sometimes people aren't willing to buy it. By the way, I want to tell you guys, if you are interested in trying wax gods, he has a $3 flat shipping rate sale going on right now. $3. So you can pick up 15 products. He's only going to charge you $3 for shipping. I mean, right now it's an excellent deal to try wax gods. I saw that on his Instagram, and I was like, oh my God, $3 for shipping? That's cheaper than you can even ship this damn Dr. Pepper can across the country. They would charge you more than $3. So it's just a steal of a deal right now. If you guys are interested in trying wax gods, I would definitely say give him a shot. $3 shipping, you can't lose. You can wait a few days and get the product. $3 shipping is, ask Dalton. Dalton had to pay like $12 for just 2 little products, some microfiber towels and that new finished car polish. She spent $12 in shipping from Utah to Florida. So $3, excellent deal. I'd say give wax gods a shot right now. You still have your 2030. Yeah, and that's what I'm trying to say about the G35. I just like that they've classic looks, the G35s, G37s. I just really think they took a misstep, and that's why you don't see many Qs on the road. I rarely see Qs on the road. I see them once in a while, but I don't see as many Qs on the road. Where back when there was the G sedans and G coupes, my God, they were everywhere. Everybody had them. Do you like hatchbacks? Not so much. I'm not the biggest fan of hatchbacks. It's just a personal thing of mine. You're right. GTR is on another level. It really is, man. It's just not many. As a matter of fact, I saw a black one in Jacksonville today. We were at the Town Center shopping complex. That's like that fancy outdoor mall in Jacksonville they just built there by University of North Florida. And we bought my wife a Coach purse out there because she likes Coach. She's bought I bought her probably like 6 or 7 Coach purses. As a matter of fact, my wallet is a Coach wallet. She got me for Father's Day. She likes Coach that much, so she got me a Coach wallet. And when I saw a GTR, we were like back and forth. Like I kept seeing it. I'm like, is this dude ever going to park, or is he just driving around to drive around? What do you consider your niche right now in the YouTube world? I know you stick to mostly over the counter, Cody, because other people don't do that. A lot of people are doing your professional ones. And I can tell you personally, like I said, your turtle wax will get more views than Adam's products will, by far. By far, it's going to blow it away in views. And so it's hard for me to want to spend a lot of money on these products online if I'm only going to get a couple thousand views over a time with it. With a turtle wax product, over time, 20, 30,000, 40,000, 50,000 views all day long. It's just the way it goes. Compound and polish, easy. A compound is a more heavy cutting, so it's going to cut more of your clear coat away, where a polish is a lot lighter amount of cut to it. So if you have really deep scratches, a lot of bad swirls and stuff like that, you probably need to go with a compound because you need to cut even more of the clear coat away in order to get down there to it, to level it off. Polish only cuts a lighter amount of it off. So that's all their difference is, man. If someone, why buy your GTR? No, I don't like wide body. I think those are not, it's just not me, man. I just think it's going to be another fad. You know what I mean? Where like in 10 years from now, people are going to be laughing. They're like, that rocket bunny, really? You know, that kind of dumb shit. That's the way I see it. In 10, 15 years from now, people are going to be making fun of them. Back in the early 2000s, everybody had, just stupid body kits on their cars. You guys remember this stuff? Like Pimp My Ride and stuff. Now look at them. People make fun of them left and right, those dumb plastic body kits. And that's the way I see Rocket Bunny going in the next 15 years. It's going to be made fun of. You need some Gucci. No, it's whatever. My wife absolutely loves Coach. So we got her a Coach purse today. It's one of those ones that goes over the shoulder. It's one of the smaller ones she likes. So she can just stick a few items in it and go. Now, where's the beef? Where's the ranch? No ranch today. Actually, I just have some barbecue, baked barbecue, whatever you want to call it, potato chips, I guess you want to call it. But that's what I have right now. Well, that's like Wax Guys is sold out on the waterless wash and wax. It's okay though. Try some other stuff. Their car wash is stellar. Their spray wax is amazing. I used his polish and wax the other day on my friend's 370, just the hood, to test it out and show him, and really good results with it. What else have I used of his? His wheel cleaner is very good. Yeah, the waterless wash, his is very good. I went through the whole bottle already. Definitely give them a shot, especially with $3 shipping. You can't beat it. Again, these two damn bottles, they charged, I think it was $11.99 for shipping for these two bottles, and it took like 8 days to get here. I mean, they put it on the slowest train possible to get down here from Indiana. 8 days shipping to get here from Indiana. That's ridiculous. Where my company would get you a ground box from Florida to Indiana in 3 days. I mean, they use the slower post office garbage, and it took 8 days to get here, and still it was $11.99 for just two bottles. I mean, just don't even get me started about how much this stuff is. It better be just blow my mind, otherwise they're gonna get ripped a new one because of the price. You should put hydraulics on. No, I don't live in California, and I'm not a Mexican guy going, yay, SA. That's like screams 90s to me. That really screams 90s. There's your thing. There you go. He's like, what is this? Nudes on the S9 Plus. Well, that's nice, Victor. I mean, I would say send me some nudes, but I'm married, so we can't have that, Victor. And not of you, Victor. Not of you, Victor. Coach Latchley here in North Carolina always has sales. Got a pair of $200 shoes, 107. Now, see, I love my Zigs. I think they're the most comfortable thing when I'm running around or doing whatever I need to do. My Reebok Zigs, I love them. Anytime Reebok.com has a sale on them for I got my last pair for 40% off. I was like $40-something for Zigs, done. I bought them right away. I love it. Well, that's good to hear, Furby. I'm glad that you get your entertainment here. I love it. Thanks so much. What was the best high gloss tire shine? Oh, high gloss tire shine would either be Grillo's tire shine, Meguiar's NXT, Dub tire shine, or the new Mother Speed 2.0 tire shine. They're all very wet. They're not going to last more than a couple days to a week, but they're really wet. If it gets rained on, they're all going to wash off immediately. They're definitely not waterproof. Those chips are good. Yeah, they are, Victor, for sure. I've just been munching on them. I was playing played a little bit of Black Ops 3. I'm sorry, Black Ops 4, the beta, because I don't know if you guys play Black Ops or anything like that. I was playing on PS4, and I was just sitting there munching on it. I realized my mic keeps going like this because I was had my headphone on, of course, the microphone. I'm like, oh shit, people are probably hearing me munch down on chips all night long. I was like, I better put the bag down. They're gonna be annoyed that I'm just munching on chips. The whole time I was sitting there playing, it was funny. I was like, whoops. Best tire shine high gloss. That's what I was talking about. How we were talking about the stuff that whatever Meguiar's and stuff. My favorite tire shine used an interior Mother Speed Shine. Yeah, Speed Shine is really good. I actually have. Okay, so I did a test where I put Carrillo's Garage Black Tire Shine on my Prelude right before I left, so I could do a little bit of a road test and see if it would last. A little bit of a water test. Well, last night and tonight, I ran into a hell of a lot of rain. Okay. I'm sure there's probably nothing left on it. I'm pretty sure it's all washed off. But I will do an update video because I sprayed it on there just to do a little bit of test how long it will last. And I figured it's about 160 miles to Jacksonville, Florida, and 160 back. So I'm like, okay, it's 300-something miles. But then, of course, with the heavy rain I ran into yesterday and today, that I'm sure there's not much of anything left. I didn't look at it, but we'll see. And then I'm going to make an update video of how long it lasted because I'm sure – with that much mileage plus the heavy rain, I'm sure it's almost all gone, if it is already all gone. How do people bribe delivery workers to transport stuff? What? Bribe them? What do you want? Oh, you want the TV on? Well, where's the TV here? I'll turn the TV on. There you go. He likes to watch his Nick Jr. and Disney Jr. I'm not Mexican. No, nobody said you were Mexican. I just not the just when I see the Impalas with hydraulics and stuff like that. That's what kind of I think of is the typical person that uses it. You know what I mean? Or people from Southern California that use because hydraulics were huge in the 90s, as you guys know. That was just a massive thing to have hydraulics. Happy wife, happy life. Yep. Do tire shines? I've heard they do. I've never really ran into it. Again, you can get like Mother's back to black tire cleaner. Dude, that stuff works wonders. I tried it on my wife's or her Hyundai Tucson about a year or two ago when she used to have it, and it completely made them black again. Just really, really nice looking. So if you do ever run into a problem where you're running the tire shines that are making them brown, definitely pick up that Mother's. I just cut right through that dirt like that. And it was completely brown or black again. I'm sorry, they were completely black. Just looked amazing. But again, I always use a tire cleaner or degreaser on them every time I get ready to prep my tires for a tire shine. So it usually looks pretty good. I don't let them sit in there and bake in for a while, you know. Do y'all have any issues of aerosol tire shine, overspray, paint, chargers black, everything is noticeable? Only on the cheaper products that I know that really tend to sling, that I have noticed to actually get on the quarter panels and stuff. What I always recommend is spray it, let the car sit as long as you can, maybe an hour, maybe overnight. That way it completely dries and usually cuts down on most of the sling. You might have a little bit, but usually like the cheaper products like your Black Magic and stuff, that stuff used to sling all over the side of my red car when I was in high school. I still remember to this day. I'd spray it on the tires. I would drive somewhere, and then you see the little black dots all down the side of your car. I'd be like, damn, that sucks. So, things have changed. Mastersons or Wax Scots. Damn, that's a tight one, Alejandro, because, man, I got to give Mastersons, he has an amazing waterless wash. I'd say they're both pretty damn close. Maybe give just the edge, just a little bit of edge to Mastersons because he has a sealant in his as well, which helps protect the paint and stuff as well as just remove it. And I think because of that, his product is so much more slick. When you actually touch it, run your hand through it, it's so slick in comparison to so many of those other waterless washes like Ego Smart and stuff from Chemical Guys. It feels like just plain water in my hands. Where you run your hand through Masterson's, it's actually slick and you can feel it. And to me, as a mental thing, when I'm actually out there cleaning it, I want it to be as slick as possible so that it's not going to drag any dirt that's on the paint back through the paint. And it's just going to kind of like encapsulate it, really just wipe off my car without having to be dragged through. As what is it? Armorall did with my shit. That was terrible. In your title, you're saying you're going on vacation? No, vacation just started, Cody. I did have to work on Friday. I'm on vacation this entire week. Starting tomorrow, I plan on getting a couple of videos done. I really want to get ahead, so I have maybe like 5 or 6 videos already recorded and banked in the bank. So that way I'm not like stressed for days like yesterday. I didn't have videos done. I don't have videos done for tomorrow yet because the rain has just been hampering me. Again, it was pouring in Jacksonville, Florida. It's just a typical summer here in Florida, and I can't promise that I'm going to shoot videos out every other day like I try to. The off season, yeah, but not right now. How do you like your Pioneer? I like it really good, Cody. Obviously, I had the entire time when I was going there and back. I listened to music the whole time. I have Sirius XM. I have the bypass in it, so I can actually play DVD movies the entire time and watch movies the entire time, which really makes it nice. You don't have that nanny state thing. Like you can still switch stuff. Where like on my wife's Toyota, once the vehicle's in motion, you can't punch in like navigation or anything. It completely locks it out because it's making it like you're safe and all that crap. Pioneer, goodbye, you're gone. It's no big deal. You prefer airbags by Hydraulics from California? Dove and Myers slings. I do a light coats. Is Wax Scott's waterless wash and wax? What? What do you mean, Mendoza? Is Wax Scott's waterless wash and wax than Meguiar's? Oh, better. Oh, you mean it is better? I think because Wax Scott's and like Limitless Car Care is such a smaller company than Meguiar's, they can concentrate on making better products because they're a lot smaller company, so they have to make the best products they possibly can. And because of that, many of their products are actually better than Meguiar's, and that's why I like it. Like I would put Wax Scott's and Limitless Car Care above Meguiar's Gold Class any day. Granted, there's price differences there. You clearly guys get that, but because of that, I really think they're better. Now, I like Meguiar's Gold Class a lot, but it's a great over-the-counter soap. But when you compare them, there's definitely a difference, and you can see it. You can even feel it in your hands when you rub your hands. You're like, oh my God, this is like ridiculous. And I think that's because they're smaller companies, so they can keep concentrate and make their products the best they can versus having to stay at a certain price point and go from there, They say the best mod in the car is clean car. Clean cars always make you turn heads. Again, I was at the resort, and I took the Prelude up there. She parked her van at her parents' house, and I took the Prelude over to the resort, and the Valleys parked it, and they were just in awe of it. Again, you guys got to see the video of the results. I mean, I'd say 98% of the squirrels and scratches were gone. it just looked really damn good. And then, of course, I came back with sealant after the video was done and laid a nice layer of sealant. The thing was just beautiful, and they just wouldn't stop talking about it. And we're like, oh my god, oh my god. They were driving AMGs and stuff. It was no big deal to them. But the Prelude, they all wanted to talk about the Prelude. It was the funniest thing. I'm like, really, for a couple $1,000 Prelude, you guys are really interested? Yeah, it's nuts, man. So yeah, clean cars definitely make a huge difference, man. Especially if you're trying to sell it used or whatever, you got to go with that, because of that fact. Take my wallet out of my thing. How often did you take GTR out for a drive? Last week I drove it actually pretty often to work because I was making sure the Prelude was done for you guys as an HD speed video, and so I actually took it out a lot. Normally, though, I might take it out only once a week. How is it raining so much in Florida, man? That's common. Yes, every summer, Cody, we always get rain. And then the humidity kicks up to like 100%. It's ridiculous when it rains. But that's just typical Florida, Cody. It's what you deal with when you live here. In the winter, though, it'll be clear. The fall and the winter, you can go a month without ever seeing rain. That's just the way it goes. But in the summer, it's like May showers bring, April showers bring May flowers. Well, all the summer here. So it gets really hot. Then it'll be like 90-something degrees, and then it'll start getting windy, and then you start seeing the black clouds come in, and boom, 30 minutes later, you're in a complete thunderstorm. Temperatures drop significantly, but then the humidity really starts kicking up, and that kind of sucks. Ever tried McGuire's D30? No, I haven't. I haven't at all, Dalton. The Black Magic tire shine is so bad. I put some on my mom's car while I was over the next morning. I was fling. Yeah, it's just the way it is, Andreas. You're at a different price point. You're a much lower price. It gives a nice wet look, but it will sling for sure. What happened to all the chrome on the cars these days? It's just an old thing. Like, they just got away from them. Like, remember the chrome bumpers back, it took like 60s and 70s and 50s where chrome was everything. Nowadays, chrome is very heavy because then your metal bumpers and stuff, we got to go with plastic. Helps cut down on weight, give better gas mileage, the whole 9 yards. So I think it's generally what it all came down to, and chrome just went out, like different fads, clothing. What do you think of Grizz Garage? I think they're very good. I would say they're solid A products for the most part. Again, if you guys didn't get to see earlier, I did get this in the mail. Their foaming polygloss, brand new. I also have their snowing foam thing, and I'll be testing it out hopefully tomorrow or the next day. We'll see. I'm on vacation, so I got time to actually make videos. It's nice. So we'll see what happens. AutoGeek is great because AutoGeek is all-in-one. So they have all the companies, for the most part, ship them stuff, and they have a massive, giant warehouse. And then whenever you order from them, you can order multiple companies at one time, and then they get it out the same day as long as you order it before 5 p.m. They're really good. I've used them for, God, I don't know how many orders. They're located in South Florida. It works really, really good because no matter – almost every major company is there, plus many companies that are from Europe and stuff like that we can't get here in the States as easy. They have it there in their shelves, and then you buy it, and then they just ship it up from AutoGeek. So it works really good. You don't have to worry about customs, paperwork, nothing, because it's already in the States. They've already dealt with all that. So you're just ordering it like it's coming from the United States, even though it's from, like, let's say England or Germany or stuff like that. It's really nice. Did you do a video on McGuire's Gold Class Car Wash because your old video there was no smell test, appearance test? Yeah, I tell you what, Dustin, I will give it 2 thumbs up all day long. I might think about doing that here in the future, but right now I could still recommend it as one of the best over-the-counter car washes you can get. Which purpose is the best overall brand? Over-the-counter, I would probably say something like a McGuire's or Mother's. Online, I would say the best ones I've had the best luck with every one of theirs would either be Limitless or Wax Gods. Limitless has just stellar products, and so does Wax Gods. I would try either one of those if you're willing to try them online. Just wait. Like right now, they're having Wax Gods having a $3 shipping sale, $3 flat rate. I'm telling you, haven't bought any products from him yet. Go and try it. $3 flat rate. Plus, he does, I think it's 15% off with a code ACCORD79. So punch the code in. Plus, get $3 flat rate shipping. 2 thumbs up. You're going to have a good time. You know what I mean? It's a great deal. I always tell people you detail your cars and you make them look, oh, yeah, for sure, John, no doubt. By the way, I want to give you a story. So what are the guys from the Chemical Guys Garage in Tampa? You guys remember I got to see on Friday I did the body wash in the foam cannon thing. They said they actually watched my videos there at the detail garage thing. So that was pretty funny. They watched it on Friday. And then he wrote me, he's like, I just wanted to let you know we actually watched your video of it on Friday in the actual store. They have a giant like 50 or 60 inch TV in the corner, playing the videos all day long for Chemical Guys. They actually went and watched my video about it. So that was pretty cool. What's up, Jacob? How you doing, man? I got HD Speed $14.99 and free shipping. That is a great deal, Jacob. I'm telling you right now. Again, I got mine from AutoGeek. AutoGeek is where I get a lot of my products. They didn't have the new Grillo's Garage foaming system. I did have to buy it from Grillo's Garage itself, and I got completely bent over because of that. I think they're really jacking up the prices, but you know, you guys want it so bad that I gotta work with my subscribers. You know what I mean? What do you remember interior protector do you make of the dash shine? The best shine I've seen would either be from Meguiar's Supreme Shine, Ultimate Shine, something like that. I think it's Supreme Shine. Or if you really want to get crazy, you can always go Armorall. Armorall will give you a very wet shine to it. A lot of people don't like that, but if you do like the wet shine, it is a good option for you to go if you want to. But definitely check out the Meguiar Supreme Shine. It'll give you a really nice wet shine. Someone rear-ended me today and then ran. I slammed the gas pedal to keep up with him. That's ridiculous, man. I'm telling you right now, if you guys haven't invested yet in dash cams, you guys really need to look into dash cams. Again, get a basic one with just 1080p front and rear. It'll probably cost you $250, $300. You're going to have a really good camera system. So if you ever let's say a police stopped you for something, said you ran a red light, and you're like, no, I never ran the red light, or whatever. Or a situation you got rear-ended. Well, now you have complete coverage of what happened. I can't tell you how many times, how many crazy close calls and just crazy ass driving I've caught on my dash camera and my GTR. I plan on upgrading it to a different dash cam. I want a really 4K camera right now. Right now, it's a 2K 1440p camera that's in there. And I've caught some just ridiculous, stupid drivers. And I highly recommend you start looking at dash cams for all your cars, front and rear camera protection. There's so many people that are rear engine and they'll hit you and they'll haul ass, maybe do a U-turn and leave. Where this way, at least if you can't catch them or something goes on, you at least have full footage. So the police now know exactly what car to look out for. They even have maybe a license plate if it's a front license plate state. They have everything there. They're done. And, they're fucked. And that happens all the time, hit and runs. I mean, I've had two people. One dude hit me, had no insurance. It totaled out my car when I was living in Clearwater. I had a young guy rear-end me. I had a young girl rear-end me before. And just sitting at stoplights, not even moving. And I look up, I'm like, oh, shit, I'm about to get hit. I knew right away. They're like, oh, shit. And you see that. And you're like, oh, by then it's too late. It hit me like 25, 30 miles an hour. And I was in my dad's car for one of them. And it really mashed up the whole back end of his car, bumper pretty bad. So just the way it goes. And thankfully, they didn't run or anything. But I was like, no, you're going to pull over right now. We're going to do insurance right now. And the last one, when the guy told me, the police actually showed up. But the dude had no insurance. He gave the cop false insurance. So it's so good having dash cams. It's worth every bit. If you can spend $200, $250, get dash cams as soon as you possibly can. Even if it's just a regular base 1080p, there's a lot of great ones out there. But you cover your ass. The cops, oh, well, you were doing this. No, it wasn't. No, I didn't. That was the other guy. And that happens all the time. How you doing, Ken? What's up, buddy? What products are you reviewing this week? So, Jay, I'm going to probably do Dalton's new finish. I'm going to do Grillo's Garage new foaming soap, and I might do this polygloss soap from Grillo's that just came in. We'll see. I also been meaning to try the Limitless Car Care's Decon degreaser, and it's meant for like wheels and tires and cleaning and stuff like that. You can use it wherever you want, but that's what he usually uses it for. But it's like an all-in-one degreaser, so I plan on you trying that out. GTR is really filthy, so I'll try what I can. Are you having fun? Okay, you're having fun. Good to hear it. Good to hear it. But that might be till next week. Again, I'm trying to start banking up videos now that I'm on vacation this week, so that way I can have some stuff. Best fabric guard. Best I have ever tried, Alejandro, is 303 fabric guard. There's nothing I've tried as good as it. The 303 fabric guard I will stand behind all day long. You can buy it at places like Advanced Auto Parts or AutoZone. Oh, my God. I've used it on his stroller. I've used it on my floor mats. I've used it on my motorcycle jackets. It's just nuts. It completely repels water. Water cannot penetrate the stuff. It beads up and just sheets off like it's wax. I've never seen anything like it. It's the coolest thing. Buy yourself 303 fabric guard. You are going to absolutely love it. You should try out Wizards Mist and Shine. Never even heard of it, George. What about this new phone, Ken? I got a new Samsung Galaxy S9 Plus. If you've been watching my stuff recently, I kind of cracked my screen on my S8 Plus. Okay. Are you having fun? Okay. And so I had to replace it. The screen was completely cracked up, so I had to get a new one. It was just like, it wasn't worth paying the insurance to have it fixed to the phone company. It was, but it was like, I'm just going to get somebody else's used garbage. I don't want somebody else's used garbage. I've had that happen before. and the battery died within like a day, within like 30 minutes. And I was like, what the hell, you know? And I had to call them up, and they're like, all right, we'll send you another one. And I'm like, good. Because the battery, they'd already burned the battery up, and it was still stained battery. And I'm like, dude, this thing doesn't last for 30 minutes. So they had to send me yet another phone. And I said, I'm not going through that again. Not when it was almost paid off. Like, stop jumping. You know better than that. The one time, see this right here? He jumped and his head fell over, and his head clocked it right here into the coffee table. That was a fun experience right there. So that's why I won't let him jump anymore. Hey, Chad, what is the best chemical glass air freshener that you have tried? Oh, but that's going to be all dependent, Dustin, only because of the fact that my nose might like things that you don't like, or vice versa. I like the sweet fruit smells and stuff like that. I've had good luck with it. I have the JDM scent. You might not like squash scent, but it's a unique scent, and I really do actually like this stuff. It smells really good, but you guys might not like JDM scent. But there's a lot of like the fruit ones I've tried that are really good. I like the watermelon, the cherry is really good. I mean, it just depends what you like. But you know, you put a couple sprays in all the floorboards, it'll last you for a week or so, and then you spray more. I mean, I sprayed the crap out of this, and I still look how much I still have left in it. So, but I love the JDM scent. It's really, really good. So it's all going to depend on what your nose really likes. You know what I mean? Because my wife doesn't like some things, and I like others. What do you want? Your shirt? What do you want the shirt? Unbutton it? Why? There. What do you want? Why are you trying to go topless for? Hey, don't close your eyes, guys. He's underage. He's trying to go topless on me. Stop trying to take your shirt off. You have a shirt on for a reason. You got a shirt on for a reason. Your boys crack up. We tried 3M Fabric Guard. What are you doing? Possibly in the future. You want the shirt all the way off? You want to be a beach bunny? Well, take your shirt off then. I don't know why you're taking your shirt off for. Okay. What was that about? Now you're going to get cold. No, you're leaving your pants on. You're leaving your pants on. I still got the S7, dude. I had the I think it was the S5, and then I went to the S8 Plus. Now I'm at the S9 Plus. He loves the stripper scent, and he should put it in the minivan. Oh, no. She would hate that. She has a really sensitive nose, and everything, little things like that get to her, Dalton. It wouldn't even be funny, because she'd be like, this is disgusting. It would be really bad. Chemical Guys Fabric Guard is a decent, economical, and a gallon too. I don't know. Again, I've never tried anything as good as 303 Fabric Guard. The stuff is absolutely stellar. You can put it on like a convertible top and everything. I put it on his stroller, completely pouring at Disney World. I have a picture of it. At Disney World, it just completely just waterproofed, and everything just rolled off like it was wax. Nothing. He never got wet, dude. It is worth every penny to get the 303 Fabric Guard. No. Stripper scent and honeydew. Honeydew is a good smell. I like that smell, but everybody has their own thing. I personally like a lot of the fruitier smells, but that's just me. It's just I like fruit smells, tropical smells, stuff like that. It's all going to be on your, I guess, your nose, however you like it. You know what I mean? That's the way I see it, anyways. Where's my drink? Yeah, here's my drink, so I can have something. Black ice. Now, see, I smelled the black ice when I was at the Chemical Guys detail store in Tampa, and it didn't do it for me. It wasn't like, wow. I tried the green apple smell. Ugh, it didn't smell good either. The donut smell didn't smell good. The baby smell, nothing for me. So you see what kind of things I personally like. I'm just more of the fruits, tropical scents, stuff like that. That's personally what I like a lot, and I'll buy the hell out of them. You know what I mean? Oh, yeah, for sure. You know, he took a crayon the other day to the bottom. You could see it down there. I was really mad about that. You see the green crayon? He took it and went all over the place. So I was pretty pissed when I saw him do that. I was like, what are you doing? So, because he's like really ruining the bottom of it. So I was like, no. Do you like fast food? Yeah, of course I do. You know, I'm American. I know you're probably, I guess, an Indian, but I love fast food, of course, man. All that good fun, all that stuff to make you nice and fat right here in the belly. Look at that fat belly right there. Look at that fat belly. Yeah, you got a fat belly there, buddy. Starting to grow on. Crayons on the wall yet? No. I had no idea this crayon was even out. I had no idea. Normally, we leave the crayon zipped up in his backpack that we take with us to restaurants and stuff so you can draw on the papers. So I had no idea where they got that crayon from. I have no idea. As soon as I saw that, I was really pissed about it. So I took the crayon away and I hid the crayon immediately. But normally, all his crayons are zipped up and put away. He can't get to them. He doesn't know where they are anyways. Chemical Guys Black Frost is what they call it. American. Oh, well, I don't know. It's just the name. It's the name. Are you of Indian descent? I'm sorry, Mr. Singh. Are you of Indian descent? Because with that name, that's what I'm trying to say. In his love, Malsa, and I have no idea. There's a brand new Indian restaurant like right next to the turnpike here on my exit on US 192 in Kissimmee. There's a brand new Indian restaurant there. My wife's like, oh, we could go there because it'll be close to the bathroom if we need to run home. It's pretty funny. Do you like the Nissan 240? Yeah, they're okay. I mean, I wasn't the biggest fan of them. I like Preludes a lot better. But they're nice little cars, and of course they're popular because of the fact that rear-wheel drive. A lot of the drifters like to have them. You know what I mean? And I think that's what's pushing the 240s up in value is because of the whole drift scene. You know what I mean? I think that's what really is going on here. But what the heck is he doing? He's just being his son. Whatever. I let him have fun as much as I can. I really don't like to really try and tell him like don't do a lot. I want him to learn and him to have some fun. But I won't let him get himself into trouble. You know what I mean? It's like, I know better than that. And I hate when he like starts screaming in a restaurant or whatever. Then I get really embarrassed. You know what I mean? I don't like him doing it. Nobody's being racist. You have the last name, so I'm guessing you're Indian. That is not racist at all. Okay, if you hear my name, Chad, you're going to be like, That's a Spanish person's name, Chad. You know, it's just basic things. So nobody's being racist unless you're talking about Cody, because I don't know. Thank the Lord for American and fast food. Yeah, dude, I love fast food. All you know, you go to Europe and everything, and you'll see the typical fast food chains all over. Now they have their own restaurants, but you see McDonald's, Burger King. I've seen, you know, KFC, all that stuff when I went to Germany and stuff. And you see it all over England and a lot of the American fast food places over there, especially the big name brands. It's all over the place. Your Cokes, your Pepsi, all those American brands, they're all over Europe. It's like no big deal, you know. And you still have your German brands, or out to England or Ireland, but you definitely see those typical golden arches, and you'll see, you know, KFC and all the other stuff around. It's just the way it goes when you go across the thing. Kater's so Latino, they can cook. Like a lot of people here originally think that my wife's Latino, but she's half Filipino. And no, she doesn't cook at all. She can't cook at all. As long as she makes the money, I'm not going to complain. You know what I mean? That's the way I see it. We'll never complain as long as she makes the money. It's like, whatever. Ken Lawton, right? Panda, what are you doing? Hello, just made it. Yep, for sure, man. I know it's pretty late. Like I said, we got in here late from Jacksonville, Florida. Spent the time with her, had birthday cake, went out to a Mexican restaurant, seeing a Mexican restaurant. Just messing with you, buddy. And we drove home today because, like I said, last night we literally stayed on the beach. It was really nice. As a matter of fact, for Ken, I know you're in the Navy over there. NAS Jackson and NS Mayport is right there in Jacksonville. So the Mayport is where they station a lot of the what do you want to call it, ships for the Navy there. Where NAS Jackson is Naval Air Station, Jacksonville. So it's mostly just all the airplanes that are over there. Where Mayport is where actually not the cruise ships, but regular like destroyers, cruisers, frigates. They used to have a carrier base there in Jacksonville, but I think the carrier got moved up to Norfolk, Virginia. But anyways, when I was out there looking out outside the beach yesterday, I actually saw a Navy destroyer. Was it a destroyer or a cruiser that was way out at sea? You could make the outline of it, but it was so far out that I really couldn't tell. But it was either a destroyer or a cruiser. But it was probably a couple miles off. You could just make the silhouette out. And I was like, oh, sweet, you know. Because when we took the one cruise out of Jacksonville, Florida, Nathan, no, don't ruin the table. And we took a cruise out of Jacksonville, Florida on the Carnival Ecstasy. We went right by the Mayport Naval Station. They have 10 Navy ships just stationed there at all times. So it's the way it is. Official is talking about fat booty Latinos. Okay. Did you have fajitas? No, I had taco. I forgot some other. It was like some three thing combo. I don't know. It was really good though. What do you think of the new Honda Ridgeline? It's okay. I mean, I don't need a truck, obviously. Personally, though, if I was going to buy a truck, I would probably get the Tacoma. Personally, me. But I would definitely go out there and take a test drive of the Honda Ridgeline for sure, just to give them a shot and see what it is. But I know the Tacoma is more of a manly man truck. You can get it in 4x4. And where the Ridgeline, I don't know if the Ridgeline is actually 4x4. And if it is, it's not as capable as the Tacoma is. So I'd probably buy the Tacoma over the Ridgeline. But I'd definitely still at least go try and drive it, you know what I mean? Before I make my final selection. Do you dry your wheels with microfiber cloths? Most of the time in the sun here, by the time I finish the whole car, they're already dry again. Seriously. Because it's been so hot lately. We're in the 90-something degrees every day. And that's what, of course, starts with all the thunderstorms in the afternoon. Then by the time I get all the way back around again and I finish the front wheels and I clean them all individually, they're usually almost dry, or they're pretty much all dry already because the sun just like that. What is the best wheel and tire cleaner? Wheel and tire cleaner right now probably would be Eagle One A to Z or the new Meguiar's Ultimate. I really like both of those a lot. The wheel brushes I use are the Daytona Speedmaster brushes. You can get them at Auto Geek, but almost every company now is starting to copy those brushes. They're like bendable brushes. They have the rubber tip on them so they won't scratch your stuff. They have like nylon bristle, so they're really soft on all your wheels and you're not going to scratch it. Love them. I've been at sea in a few U.S. Navy ships. Oh, I'm sure. Got to go, man. Take care, Alberto. Type R in Texas bent his stock wheels over a big hole. Ouch, that sucks, Ricky. Ridgeline is trash, in my opinion, even though it's truck. Ridgeline is armor, ceiling. No, I think the new Ridgelines they're fine. You know, I've seen a few of them around here, but not many. Most of the time, you're going to see more Tacomas than anything. As you know, they're the #1 selling small truck by far. Best cleaning for chrome. Any type of chrome cleaning. I like the Eagle One. It's the wadding stuff. I like the Mothers. The Mothers has a really good polish, metal polish. The Turtle Wax has a really good one as well if you want to go there. If you can find 303, I haven't had any problem with 303, but I'm trying to give you ones that are easy to find over the counter. So that's why I mentioned like the Eagle One and the Mothers. You're going to have no problem with them. Easy to get over the counter. Even the Turtle Wax, I didn't have any issues with the Turtle Wax metal cleaner at all. We think about the new Mustang Bullet. I love the movie and I love the car. I'm not a Mustang guy. Plain and simple. I'm not an American muscle car guy. If people ask me this all the time, what would I pick? I'd pick the Camaro first, then I'd pick the Challenger, then I'd pick the Mustang last. It's not for me. Mustangs are like a dime a dozen. I like the Camaro. Looks a lot better. They look a lot more mean, a lot more racy looking. Then I like the Challengers more. And the Challengers, you can get those ridiculous massive engines in them. They're just way overpowered, like a Hellcat or something. I have a friend, he has a 370Z. He's now a sales rep over there at the Dodge dealership. And he's like, man, we can get you a nice Hellcat, nice used Hellcat for a 4-door sedan for a dad car. And I'm like, I don't know if I was ever going to get a Hellcat, I'm not big into American cars, and obviously Dodge and Chrysler have really terrible reputation qualities. But if I was ever going to get a Hellcat, it would be in that purple, that plum purple. I absolutely love that color, and I think that would be so unique. It's a typical Dodge color, and that was what I'd get, because they have like 600 and something horsepower in a 4-door sedan. It'd be crazy, but I don't think I really want to get into another big payment ever again. I don't like it. I'd rather start saving up for a second house than I'd rather be blowing money on a giant car. That's why I like the Civic Type R, so like an Accord, Civic Type R. Your $30,000 range, that kind of thing. So I'm not bent over in payments anymore. What do you think of Volkswagen? They have a lot of mechanical problems. I don't personally like them. I think they break down too much, and it's not me. I mean, if I'm spending so much money on a car, I want it to last. That's why I like Japanese cars so much more. What do you think about the Meguiar's Ultimate Wash and Wax? It's okay. I like the Mother's California Gold Wash and Wax or the Eagle One Wash and Wax. So much better. So much better. As a matter of fact, I just bought another thing, a California Gold Wash and Wax last week, and I used it when I washed my GTR. It's so much better. It suds up the whole time. It's super slick in your hands. It's just a way better all-around wash and wax. Tacomas never lose their – no, they really hold their value for a long time. You can get Tacomas from the 90s, early 90s, and you can still ask $5,000 for them. It's like that thing is like 18, 19 years old or more, and you're still asking $5,000 for it. They just don't lose their value, just like you said. A purple and Hellcat. Yeah, I agree, Alejandro. The one friend he said, I can get you one. I can get you one. I can find it. I can have it shipped here in the dealer. I think they sell for like $52,000, $53,000 for a used one, like a 2016. And I'm just like, that would be fun to have. It would be fun to have just a beastly car that you just hit the gas and you just take off with like the GTR. But again, the reliability of Dodge is not the best. And the resale value also. The biggest thing about Dodges that scares me is the reliability. They just make god-awful crappy cars. They're the typical American cars that just don't last. They have terrible reliability, and they're rated as one of the worst. The FCA junk, the Fiat, Chrysler, and Dodge. Oh, God. I don't want to risk $50,000 on a used Hellcat to start to dump money into it like crazy in 2 or 3 years. The blower just blew on the Hellcat. Well, that's $4,000. And I'm like, what? I don't want to. With the Japanese cars, they tend to last forever. You know what I mean? With just minimal, just basic maintenance. So what would scare me away the most. And again, it'd be fun to have like a 605 horsepower Hellcat sedan for my dad car, but that's going to be 50-something thousand used, where I can buy a brand new Civic Type R. Still has plenty of power in it. Very rare. You don't see many Type Rs on the road. 34 grand. I'll take 34 grand any day. Good night, Javier. Thanks for stopping by, buddy. You should get a VW Beetle. No. If you had the new Accord in 12,000 mods, what would you do it? I'd probably gut the engine, Cody. I'd probably have a V6 engine dropped in it, and I'd probably have it turbocharged. Like, the V6 that comes in like the Odyssey, the Ridgeline, and all that stuff. Why? I guarantee you guys, I'm telling you, mark my words, at the refresh of the Honda Accord, the rear taillights will get redesigned, and they will put a V6 back in it. There's so many people complaining and saying that they're buying Camrys versus the Accord because of the V6. Literally, they're losing so many sales, they said, because of that. And I guarantee it's going to have the V6 back in it. It will have like a 310 horsepower V6 back in it. But I would pull out the engine, have a V6 engine plopped in there, and then I'd have it turbocharged and basically redo the suspension on it, stuff like that, and basically turn it into my own Type R Accord. That's what I would do. What are you doing? What are you doing? You want a pillow fight, bro? Want a pillow fight? Where do you get the pillow from? He takes the pillow casing and everything off. There he goes. Now he's going to hit me with it. Takes the whole pillow casing and everything off. He's crazy. Just take the McGuire's Gold Class Wash or Chemical Glass Glossworks. Both of these are outstanding, especially the Glossworks. Would you ever own a Mazda Miata? Maybe, but I'd have to have a lot more money to just blow a stupid money with. You know what I mean, Jacob? I would say Ford is the best reliability out of Dodge and Chevrolet. I don't know. I don't buy American cars. I grew up in the 90s as a teenager in the 90s. I know that American cars back then wouldn't last you more than about 3 or 4 or 5 years before they really start having major problems, especially in the 80s. They were terrible in the 80s. Every 3 or 4. I remember we had a Chevrolet Celebrity, a 1987 Celebrity. Within 3 years, the transmission completely blew. Completely blew in 3 years. This would break, this would break, this would break. It was 3 years old. I grew up in that cheap-ass American car thing. Then that, everybody knew that the Japanese Hondas and stuff like that would last you forever with just basic stuff. Sure, they cost $2,000 or $3,000 more, but in the long term of owning that Japanese car, you're going to way save more money than if you just cheaped out for $3,000 and bought a Chevrolet or a Ford or American car. And that's what happened. And so once I started getting Japanese cars, I really never looked back. I just stayed with quality of Hondas and stuff. My brother has a 2017 Tacoma, nice truck, even a spot on a dash cam. Oh, cool. Yeah, I definitely recommend you get dash cam to everybody. Absolutely everybody needs to start investing in one. I have one in the GTR. I'm going to upgrade it to a 4K dash cam probably the next month or so. I think it's made by Thinkware makes it, or Thinkware or Blackview. I think it's Thinkware. And I'm going to upgrade it because I'm like, it's time I want to get the 4K and I want to put the best I possibly can in the GTR for protection, especially when I'm not around the car. It's in parking mode, so if there's any motion, it sets it off. If you hit the car, it'll automatically start recording instantly, that kind of thing. I want the best I can, and then I'll move my current dash cam over into like the Prelude or something like that, and that's what my game plan is for it. But I recommend getting a dash cam. In cars, accidents are happening more and more and more. Hit and runs, like they said, are just happening all the time here. I see it all the time on the car forums. They get hit, and then they try and take off and run here in Orlando because they don't have any insurance or anything. And then they're suddenly, they're not supposed to be driving, they don't have a license, and they're just trying to run from the scene of the accident. So it's so good just have a license or a dash cam. A $250, $300 dash cam is going to save you how much money in court costs or any insurance things. You just, hey, I've got all the proof. Here it is, right here, boss. And then they're good to go just like that. Why do I didn't say it like NA versus anything. It doesn't bother me. Whatever works is good. Did you hear about family cruising's purple Hellcat caught on? What? Hellcat caught on. I don't know what you're saying, man. I don't know, Logan. A V6 turbo is what you're saying. Yes, V6 turbo on the Accord, I guarantee would probably slap down 400 horsepower. I mean, then you could change the full suspension to be able to handle that power. You could put new wheels on it, some like rays on it. I mean, with $12,000 in mods, you could go sky's the limit. Like I said, you just buy a V6 engine out of a crate or just a used V6 engine. Have it completely swapped for the stock Honda one. You get the sport version, so it has a manual transmission in it, the manual Accord. Dude, you could go to town with it and make your own just flipping Type R Accord all day long. And everybody's like, it's a Type R. He's going to whoop their ass with it because you'd have a 400 horsepower turbo Accord. People would be just like, oh my God, because it'd be easy. Honda already makes it. It can't be that hard to put it in. It probably would be pretty easy, honestly. What other 90s Hondas do you get for daily driving? The white Prelude, actually, I contacted the guy the other day. I said, is there any updates? He said he's still waiting for somebody to hook him up with one for free so he doesn't spend a lot. And I said, all right, well, if we don't get another, he's waiting on the ECU. If the ECU, if he can't get one in 2 weeks, we're going to buy one off eBay used, and then we're going to go from there. But he said he starts the car up every single week, lets it run for like 20, 30 minutes, lets it run. He said it runs fine. He's just waiting on a new ECU so then he can start going through the diagnostics from there. But other than that, he said it runs ever smoothly every time he starts it up now. But it's just without the right ECU and it's throwing codes like crazy. If you had a daily driving 90s car, an Integra, I'd like an Integra. It would be fun. I would say Civic SIs from back then, like a 99 2000 EM1 Civic. Is it the EM1? Yeah, I think. Anyways, a 99 to 2000 Civic SI would be great. I would say a CRX would be badass. What else would be just amazing from the 90s Honda lineup? A Del Sol would be a trip. Del Sol would be awesome. An S2000 would be great, but technically they weren't made until 2000, so that's kind of skirting it, 99 2000. So I don't know. There'd be a lot of different fun cars out there. What wheel polish do you prefer? What do you mean by wheel polish, buddy? Just so I understand what you mean by that, Dustin. Do you like Mini Coopers? Not really. They're kind of girly cars, Dalton. Like girly cars are like gay dudes. That's what I've seen growing. It's just like the 40 and 50-year-old girls that think they're hip. No, now those are the girls that are buying the. You guys know the new Toyota ACR? You guys know the Toyota ones, the little tiny crossovers that are like cutesy crossovers. They're everywhere here. You know how the Juke was popular for a little while? Now the Jukes are like bleh. Those 50 and 60-year-old women have now moved on to that Toyota HCR, whatever. You guys know what it is. They are everywhere here in Orlando, Kissimmee area. They're just everywhere you look. Oh, there's one. They're not as popular as Corollas yet, but damn it, I feel like they're getting in another couple more years. They will be the next Corolla. They're slow as hell too. I heard 0 to 60 in those cars are 12 seconds. 12 seconds. Who has a 12-second car anymore? That's ridiculous. Do you watch auto YouTubers? I watch cars like Motor Week, Motor Trend, Edmunds, Kelly Blue Book, Cars.com, Auto Guide. Generally, that kind of stuff, like the bigger magazine reviewers. I do watch a couple of the other ones, but rarely. You know what I mean? Only if I really want. Oh, Savage Geese. I like Savage Geese. He's out of Illinois, Chicago. He's pretty raw. If you guys have seen Savage Geese, he gets in there with Scott Scherbowski when they get in there and they analyze the engine bay. Geez, Scott Scherbowski is the biggest, like, he talks so much trash about cars. It's hilarious. If it's not like a big giant V8 engine dog, he dogs the hell out of it. He's like the typical like bad attitude. I hate everything. I hate everybody attitude. And I think it's just so funny because he's just like, I hate everybody. I hate you guys. This car sucks. And he talks about it. I think it's really funny listening to him talk about it. So that's a fun channel to watch once in a while. I think it's wheel sealant. Honestly, I didn't buy any wheel sealant. I just put regular sealant on the wheels, or if I really wanted to, or sometimes I just don't put anything down there. But regular, just like shield sealant, jet seal, whatever, just slap the stuff on there. I really don't think it's going to make that much of a difference. Didn't bother me any. And again, I've had the high-end raised wheels on there. Of course, the GTR uses raised wheels, and they're fine. You know what I mean? As long as you treat them or whatever with some kind of sealant, I think you guys are going to be just fine with it. Casting couch. I know he has his top off already, guys. Shh. People are going to be like turning me in for all kinds of stuff. You know what I mean? They'll be like, oh, child pornography. Turn him in. Demonetize him. Cancel his channel. It'll be crazy. My car is 0 to 60 in 8 seconds, maybe 7, depends on anywhere. But that's a lot better than 12 seconds. A brand new Toyota. Is it the HRC? It's the HRC from Toyota. Is that right? You guys can tell me in the comments below. 12 seconds, 0 to 60. That is horrific. Horrific in today's age and time. 12 seconds, 0 to 60. That's just like, really, dude? Really? I mean, keep it below 10 seconds. That's the way I say. Just keep it below 10 seconds. But they're cute little cars, and they do honestly look a lot better than the Juke. I hated the Juke. I thought the Juke was so damn ugly. And I'm so glad they got rid of the Juke finally. Again, I think the the Rogue and the Nissan Kicks, which was brought up from Brazil, which is another waste of an SUV, crossover SUV. I mean, it's ugly as hell. The SUV craze is just taking over. I hate it. When is GTR getting steep cords? Maybe this week actually, Ken. Now that I'm on vacation, we'll see. I am gonna go visit my grandma and my dad. We're gonna go visit them later on in the week. We'll see what we can get done though. Maybe I can get some polishing and compounding down the GTR. Again, I plan on washing it and stuff like that. So we'll see what happens. Toyota CR, there it is. That's it, Ricky. That's what I'm talking about. They're literally a dime a dozen down here. They are absolutely everywhere, and it's always some woman in her 50s or 60s. They're everywhere here, and that's what I'm trying to say. Compare them to the Mini Cooper. Every time you saw the Mini Cooper when they first came out, that's all it was. 50, 60-year-old women. Same with the Beetle when they came back out in the early 2000s. They were all 50 and 60-year-old women trying to think they were still like reliving their teenage days. Everywhere. Sedan. It's my mom's we share. No, you got to start somewhere, Dalton. You got to start somewhere. GTR 60. Actually, the GTR can do 0 to 60 in like 2.8 seconds. Mine year, as long as you put it in launch control, it's 2.8 seconds is what it's timed at. 2.8, 2.9 seconds. The newer GTRs are actually slower. The fastest GTR was in 2013, and then they started making it more luxurious inside, and they softened it up a lot more in suspension and stuff. So it's actually slower, if you can believe it. So it's crazy. We got only a week of vacation, Scott. We have a week of vacation right now. My wife is going to work through Wednesday, and then we're going to go visit my dad and my grandma. So we'll be hanging out again with them, but I haven't seen them in like a year or so. My grandma's 98 years old. She just turned 98 last week. So we're going to go up and see her. She's starting to have some problems now health-wise, and she's not as young and peppy as she used to be. And my dad takes care of her full-time. He stays with her house. So he can't really come visit us very often anymore with her, you know. S2002, yeah, that's crazy fast. My car is 0 to 60 in 7.1 seconds. You know, 7.1 seconds is more than enough. I think the Blue Prelude does 0 to 60 in like 6.5 seconds. I mean, they're not fast, but then again, the car was designed. It first came out in 1997, so that's why I laugh when the FRS, or what do they call it now, the GT86, is actually slower than the Prelude from 20 years ago. 20 years newer, and yet it's still slower. It's mind-boggling. However, Toyota has now came out officially and said they're going to bring out more sporty cars. So we can almost guarantee by probably like 2020, 2021, we're probably going to see a new Celica. And if we have a new Celica come out, that means Honda's going to have to bring out the Prelude again. You know they will, because they won't let Toyota gain everything. As a matter of fact, that new Toyota is selling so damn good that the new updated version of the Honda, whatever the hell that other ugly thing they make is getting updated really quick soon. What do you want? You want no flavors? What do you want? You want cookies? Well, what do you want? Point. What do you want? This? Cookies? No? This? That's all gone. He wants a snack. This? I don't know what you want. You don't want to speak, so I don't know what you want. Hey, that's what he does. He just kind of points to you and like holds you and pulls you, stuff like that. Prelude. Oh, Prelude is so much better. You know, that's why I'm hoping that Toyota does bring out Celica, because it will force Honda to bring out the Prelude again, because they have to have the Prelude's direct competitor was always the Celica. So I really think it'll be really good for them to bring the Prelude back out, and it'll be nice to see it. If Honda just makes cars that people want again, like sporty cars, they'll have a younger audience again. But they don't. Same with Toyota. Dude, you don't make what people want. Everybody wanted the new CRX. They came out with a CRZ. Everybody was hyped. Then they made it a hybrid, and everybody's like, I want a damn hybrid. They didn't sell. As a matter of fact, they sold like 1,000 a month or less than that across the entire world. I mean, it was pathetic sales. It was a couple hundred sometimes is what it went down to. People just wanted a regular naturally aspirated engine in it, 160 horsepower in it. Maybe you take the SI engine out of the Civic SI, have a 200 horsepower CRZ, they would have sold like hotcakes. They would have been everywhere. Every little teenager would have been buying them up, but they made a damn hybrid to try and be cool hippie shit, and that didn't work out at all. That was back when being green was cool and being green. Let me tell you, my company gives out, I'll give you an example. My company gives out calendars every single year, right, to all the customers. You're supposed to take them as a driver and then like give them out to them. The one year when the big hippie green phase was going on, they actually had recycled paper, fold out paper thing. It was just green and gray. None of the customers wanted it. None of them. Normally they would ask about it. Stop, please. And none of the customers would ask about it. But then the very next year, because they literally had cases of them. They had to just throw them away, get rid of them. The very next year, they went back to regular pictures and everything else. It went back to normal again, like it never happened. And I think that's what happened. Honda got it caught up and they're stupid. We need to be all green and hippie and stuff. And they didn't listen to their people. You know, it actually probably would have been cheaper to just put a regular naturally aspirated Honda Civic engine in the CRZ. Kids would have bought it left and right, 19 grand, let's say, for one of those things. They would have riced the hell out of it, and they would have sold tons of them. And then if they would take the SI Civic engine, which a couple places did actually convert them, they took a Civic SI engine for the time in, 197 horsepower. They were rockets on the road. They would have sold like hotcakes. You could have made the CRZ and the CRZ SI would have been everywhere on the road. But, you know, typical Honda, they don't want to make things people want, you know. And I think that's changing now with the Pacific SI. They're selling them like crazy. And the Accord's fully changed. The new Clarity. No, it's the new Insight. Looks like a really nice hybrid now. I think they're finally starting to wake up, but it's been a decade and a half since they've made anything cool anymore. Do you like Fords? They're okay. Not my biggest thing at all. My Beamer's did 16 5.6 seconds. Okay for a stock Ford. Yeah, I mean, that's all you really need, Ken. I mean, how often are you going to be flooring it? Seriously. How often are you going to be out there just flooring that Beamer? Or me with the GTR, I rarely drive it hard. Once in a while, I like to floor it, especially getting around slow traffic here in Kissimmee, but that's about it. Other than that, it's just normally like, 50, 55 miles an hour, just go from A to B, no big deal. 0 to 60 in the minivan is somewhere around like 6 seconds, 6.5 seconds or something. It's pretty fast. It has a 296 horsepower V6 engine in it. It is quick for what its size is. I can't tell you how many cars that, with these riced out, just garbage cars from like 10 or 15 years ago that are riced out, exhaust. I get up next to them, the light, and they take off. I just floor it and blow by them. And I just put the hazard lights on it. You got beat by a minivan, seriously. The power on the SUVs and minivans are getting so high now. It's pretty funny, but I want to say it's like 6 point something seconds in the minivan. That's a huge vehicle to be doing 6 point something seconds in. It's fast. For spray packs, we apply. Spray wax is always good, Dustin, when it's wet. That is a great way to do it. I think you get better, longer results from a hand application wax or personally a sealant. I recommend everybody now take the newer technology. Spend the $30, get a sealant. I just put sealant on the Blue Prelude, a Masterson Shield sealant. You don't even use that much of it, seriously. And it's applied liquid. You let it sit for 20, 25 minutes. It comes off much easier than a regular traditional wax is. It comes off very easy, and it lasts 9, 10 months, where a traditional wax is maybe like 3 months, unless it's like a synthetic wax. It's worth every penny to spend the $30 or get it when it's on sale for like 25% off and get a sealant versus even going with wax anymore. I just think it's the future. It's the way to go. Prelude's got high price. No, I mean, I had the very last year of the Prelude. I think I had the window sticker in the glove box. I want to say it was like $24,000 as it was. $24,000 is not that much. Even back then, $24,000 wasn't that high because the S2000s were selling at $30,000, $32,000. And the S2000s only had 40 more horsepower than the Prelude did. So for 40 more horsepower, you're going to charge $8,000, $9,000 more. And it's actually far less practical than the Prelude. The Prelude had a full trunk. It had a back seat. You fold down seats. The S2000 had nothing. So it's weird. What do you want? No. What? My son's going to drive me nuts now. What do you prefer? Spray? Actually, I already said that question. You notice restaurants are removing straws? It's so stupid. It's all over the place, Scott. Disney just announced they're going to do it starting next year. Universal out of the blue just pulled them last week. They pulled all straws. You cannot get plastic straw at Universal anymore. They actually beat Disney to the punch. Disney said they're going to start getting rid of them by next year and replacing them with paper straws, which are nasty as hell. And Universal this past week completely gutted their whole park. They will not sell straws anymore. All gone. Just really stupid. I think it's a bunch of hippie garbage. Yet they sell the plastic bottles nonstop at Universal and Disney nonstop. But a little plastic straw is bad, but you're going to sell the big plastic bottles. And I'm like, really, guys? Really? Obviously a plastic bottle doesn't hurt you, but a little straw is going to kill you, Just dumb. Would you want a Supra? Not the new Supra, only the Mark IV Supras from back in the 90s. I would never want a new one. The new ones are going to be very underpowered and very slowed and very overpriced. Have you ever thought about having a PO unboxing? I've done a few of those, Lewis. Dalton, you guys got to see what Dalton sent me. I've done a few others before. Again, I don't get too much stuff. As a matter of fact, I got to re-up my PO box. I got an email from them. I got to re it up by the 31st for the next year. You pay for it 1 year at a time. It's like, I think it's like $100 or something like that for the entire year. It's not that bad. Rare lights, my baby. There you go, Ken. Exactly. Does VTEC kick in harder with the manual? I don't actually notice it as much, to tell you the truth, Ricky. With the automatic, you could hear it, but in the trend with the manual, I guess I don't hear it as well. So I don't really know. I think it's about the same. What does it mean when VTEC kicks in? The variable valve timing. So when you would give it enough, way more gas, the valve timing would change. And it goes from a nice calm engine like a typical Honda to suddenly whoa, and it literally sounds just like that. So you go from whoa as soon as VTEC kicks in. So hence VTEC kicked in, and you suddenly gain like another 40, 50 horsepower, whatever it is. Normally it runs at much lower horsepower. Once the valves change and open up more, then it suddenly kicked up the horsepower like that, and you were just off to the races. And that's why VTEC kicked in. And that's what it is. Almost every car now has VTEC, but Honda's going to go into their Earth Dreams engines now, that even though it's a VTEC, they're all turbocharged. So you don't really hear the whoa anymore when they kick in, It's just not the same anymore. Guys, get McGuire's fast finish so easy. Yes, I love fast finish, Pooh. It is worth every penny. You can't get it at Walmart anymore, but they still sell it at all the auto parts stores for like $15. It is amazing spray sealant. Amazing. You should drag race the GTR against the local PD. Actually, my friend who's a local police officer here, my son got in his car and everything. He saw me. He was doing a side street patrol, and he was looking for like red light or four-way stop runners, because a lot of these people here run. It's funny because he tells me, because as you guys know, in Kissimmee is a lot of heavy Puerto Rican population. He said the Puerto Ricans will not stop, because in Puerto Rico, if you stop, they have a lot of crime there, and they get jumped if they stop at a stop sign. So they just kind of like California roll the stop sign a lot of times. Well, here he's like, guys, you're not in Puerto Rico anymore. You have to stop at the stop sign. So he gets a lot of people like that rolls to the stop sign, and that causes accidents because this dude thinks they're stopping. So, okay, now it's his turn. And this dude just keeps on going through it. He slows down and bam, there's an accident. And so that's what they were enforcing them one day. And he came up behind me. He's like, dude, we couldn't even catch you. He's like, every Charger that we have in the St. Cloud Police Force is only a V6. He's like, there's no way we could catch you. He's like, what we have to do is we'd have to surround you. He's like, so we'd call in over the radio and we'd actually basically surround you. And that's how we'd actually eventually catch you. Because either they have Dodge Chargers or the Tahoes, the Chevy Tahoes. That's all they have. So they said they would just basically surround you and block you in is what they would do. He said, but there's no way we could catch your car. None at all. He's like, every one of these is V6. There is no V8 Chargers in our fleet at all. So it's the way it goes down. Thoughts on the S550 Benz? Overpriced. Everything. You already have a drink. Where's your drink? Where's your bottle I got you earlier? You want to go, bro? You want to go? No, he doesn't want to go. He said no. I don't know where his bottle is, but now he's giving me one of his juice bottles and he wants me to fill it up. You say no straws. It's some like environmentalist movement, another one of those crazy environmentalist coding movements. So Disney decided Disney's all about being like super like hippie liberal now. A lot of times everything's changing at Disney, and they're trying to be cool and hip. And you have a couple of people bitch, straws are hurting the environment, crap. So they cave in for like a couple people, and it's like, when did it ever hurt anybody else? 99% of the people don't give a damn about the straws, but that one person. Oh, man, we need to go off. I can't stand when these places do that. Stop. Where's your drink you have now? Where's your drink? He's going to keep yelling until I get him some juice. So I'm going to have to go downstairs and get him the juice. Difference between SA and SA. I heard the camera's different. A little of the few things inside are different. I think the actual screen is a little bit better resolution, but I can't guarantee you. But overall, it acts almost the same. Nothing drastically different between the two. I'll tell you that. Do you think it's ball? I think they're Mercedes and luxury cars in general don't hold their value. So you usually a couple years down the road, you can get an $80,000 Mercedes Benz for like $30,000. Literally like 4 or 5 years later, it's like, why? So you're probably upside down on that Mercedes until you pay it off. It's nuts how bad that Mercedes, BMW, and any other car lose their value luxury line so fast. Where a Honda and Toyota, they just keep on going. Yeah, they go down, but lot less rate. Where Mercedes is like toosh, and before you know it, it's worth less than a Toyota is, and it's the same year. It's stupid. That's just me. Speaking of Disney, I'm just the fuck that you're going to a cruise Disney ship. Yeah, I've been on one Disney ship before. We've been on the Disney Wonder. We're going to Disney Magic for my birthday. We're going out of Quebec, so we got to fly up to Canada, and then we go out of Quebec to a couple of places along the St. Lawrence Seaway in Quebec, and then it goes out to the ocean, stops in Halifax, Nova Scotia, and then it comes all the way down and stops in New York City. So it starts in Quebec, ends in New York City. So we'll fly home from Newark, New Jersey again. You know, me and Cody are going to be hanging out, picking up all kinds of girls. You know what me and Cody do all the time when I go to New York. Windex and a foam cannon. God, no. God, I don't think I would do that, Ricky. Sale value of the car, $13,000. I'm on pay $20,000. Again, as long as it's not a high-end luxury car, you're going to save your value. Yeah, for sure. We'll have a lot of fun. We were going to go do another one in beginning of November, like a Cuba cruise. We're like a 4-day cruise, but I've been invited to SEMA. As you guys know, I've been invited to SEMA again, so I think we're going to fly out to Las Vegas. Okay, give me 2 seconds. He's never going to shut up until I get him some juice. So give me 2 seconds. I'll be right back. He will never stop otherwise. I've got to go get him juice. All right, let's go get juice, little whiny boy. Come on, let's go get some juice. Here, put the thing back. I'll be right back. Where's my juice? Where's my juice? Oh, here you go. Drink down here. Yeah. All right, Ethan, here's your juice. Got your juice for it. Juice? Say thank you. Say thank you. There you go. All right, guys, sorry about that. Now he's going to drink his juice, and he'll be happy, and he'll leave us alone for a few minutes. What's the fastest you've ever been on the highway? About 155 miles an hour, around 155, 160. Trade is 11,000. Pull up NYC, Chad. We're going to the L ride. I was in New York City, of course, in June when I went on that Bermuda cruise, but this time we'll just be ending in New York City. So, yeah. I live sail past. Yeah, we sailed right past the Statue of Liberty, Ken. We literally went right by it. I totally forgot to take pictures. We actually did take the Staten Island ferry, which takes you from the tip of New York Island, the Manhattan, all the way across the bay to Staten Island. It's free. Like, anybody can do it. Like, literally, you'll have 500 people, 600 people just lined up, piled up there, ready to go. And as soon as they go on, it's like everybody piles on the ferry. And that's pretty actually crazy when you see that. And you're like, oh my God. But it was free. So we actually went right by the actual Statue of Liberty. But on the cruise on the way out, it was so damn cold that day. We went from an 80-degree day to a 60-something degree day. It was so cold. I wasn't prepared for it. I didn't bring a jacket because, it's going to be hot in Bermuda, and it was warm in New York. So I forgot we were on this side of the ship, the port side. And when we went by the thing, and I was like, dude, you're an idiot. And I went right by. I totally forgot about the Statue of Liberty. But I kind of saw it the day before. I was more interested in taking some pictures of downtown Manhattan as we were cruising out than I was about anything else. Yeah, New Jersey. We'll be actually staying in New Jersey. We stay at the Courtyard by Marriott. That's right there in Secaucus, New Jersey on Plaza, right by the Lincoln Tunnel. That's where we actually stay is there. It's I don't know, 15-minute ride from New York City. And it pops you out right around Midtown somewhere. That's where we usually go out at. What time's in Australia? I don't know. 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock. It's something like that in Australia. Straya. Yeah, see, it's 4 something. So it's almost 4:30 there, and it's 2:30 in the morning here. So giving you a heads up. So again, I used to play back when I was mega nerd. I used to play World of Warcraft, and because of my night shift schedule, my evening shift, I would play with the Australians. It was mostly Australian, New Zealand guilds, like in World of Warcraft, and their teams, their clans, but they call them guilds in World of Warcraft. And I would always play with them. I was the only American that would play because my work schedule. So I'd get home from work at midnight or whatever, 1 o'clock in the morning, and then I would actually get online, and they would start their dungeon raids. That would start at 2:30 in the morning my time. So it was perfect. So I couldn't ever make the American ones because of course I work evenings tonight. And then so it worked out for me doing that. Hey, don't be slinging that stuff everywhere, please. I don't want you getting my juice everywhere. Nathan, you got my drink. I didn't want to here. San Diego. Nope, never been there. You down with the L Ride? Drink some high tech from the scenes. Come by. We're actually. I think my wife actually wants to go to Central Park. We didn't get to go to Central Park last time. So I think we're going to hit up Central Park. We did do Times Square. We went to the Empire State Building. Empire State Building is so overrated. It's not worth it. The World Trade Center is really good, though. I really want to get on the USS Intrepid since it's right there next to the pier. I didn't get to go on this. The World War II aircraft carrier, and they have a submarine next to it. The USS Growler, I think, the submarine. I really want to go on that, so I want to do that. But I don't know. We'll see what happens. Again, we're staying in Secaucus, New Jersey, right across the way, so no big deal. 60s on a boat going out of New York Harbor is when it gets cold. That's what you're not understanding, Dalton, because the cold air coming off the water is just whipping by, and I had no shirts. It's a whole different world when you're on the water going out there, and the wind was just whipping, man. It was freezing. Even the Northerners were coming in because nobody expected it to drop from 80-something degrees to 60s in one day, 20-degree difference. It was like, what the heck? I was freezing. Had 0 jackets. It was sucked. Hit me up on Fortnite. Dude, I've never even played Fortnite. I played PUBG, but I've never played Fortnite. Straya. There you go. Straya. And Tasmania, the Drop Bears of Funk. And that was one of the actually one of the guild names on the Australian server in World of Warcraft. They were called Drop Bears of Funk. It was pretty name. It was like Australius or something. I don't know I can't remember what my guild's name was anymore. But I was the only one who wasn't Australian or New Zealand. Some small demon thing is destroying your house, man. That's what happens all the time, Steve. I can't help it, dude. It's what happens when you have sex. Sometimes demons pop out after you have sex. So don't have sex, Steven. Don't have sex. I went to the Intrepid for free school trip. Yeah, see, that would be really cool. I wish I had that opportunity. And I've done the USS Alabama when the USS Alabama is a World War II battleship. It's based in Mobile, Alabama, right across the water, right across the state line from Pensacola. So it takes 45 minutes to get there. And I did that a couple times when I was a young kid, like in elementary school. And they do the Boy Scouts would stay the night on the battleship, and they would do all kinds of stuff. They had movies under the stars and stuff. It's pretty cool. I have a big giant screen on by the back of the ship, so you could sit there and watch the movies under the stars where you're actually on the battleship. What do you want? What? What? Say what you want. What? This? No. This. You want this? No. Yeah, you want this? Mm-hmm. Come here. Where are you going? These little chip clips. He kind of, how they kind of pinch you a little bit? Well, I guess he pinched himself a few times. Now he's scared of these things. It's pretty funny. World of Warcraft. Dude, I played World of Warcraft for a couple of years hardcore back in the day, Cody. We're talking, what was that, 2005, 2006, 2007, around 8, around then. I mean, we're talking, what is that, 13 years ago now, 14 years ago? It's been a while, man, since I was hardcore into it. When's the best time to go to Disney World? Either the late fall, October, November, beginning December, all the way to about February. But even this past January, February, the crowds were so heavy still. I was like, what the hell? Normally January, February, dead slow. But this one was really heavy. But normally October through February is the best time because school is still in session. The Europeans start coming over at, I forgot when they have these vacations, these breaks. Don't come during the summer. It's very hot, very crowded. Never go during the summer. Always in the fall or during the early spring. Don't go during spring break. You'll never get on any rides. The lines will be out the wall. From March on, forget it. All the different schools around the country going on for spring break, forget it. It'll be just ridiculous packed. From then on out, you might have a little bit of May left where it'll be okay in May, but then once June hits, forget it. All schools are out. Don't even go near Disney. It sucks. X carrier won the war. Those carriers, yeah, dude. There's that's where it's at. It's X class, and I think it's the USS Growler that's next door. It's one of the first carriers that launched. What are you doing? That launched missiles off it. So it's pretty cool. Pull it off. Pull it out. There you go. Yep. Use that controller. Use this controller. You don't want the black one. Is it because it's black? Is that what it is? No, you only want the white one. Damn, you're a racist, son. You're a racist. You don't want the black one, but you want the white one. Damn, son. Jeez, what has mom been teaching you, son? Hold up, two controllers. He's like, no. When I kept trying to give him the black one, he's like, no. It's funny. What do you do? I work in the shipping industry. Do you like the Black Ops 4 beta? It's not bad, JJ. It's okay. I would say it's nothing more than Black Ops 3.5. I heard there was rumors that they were making what's it called? Overwatch type game for the new Call of Duty, and it was going to be a complete flop, I guess. So they scrambled the last couple of months or a year to just kind of patch something together for now, and that's what happened. And that's essentially how they came up with a Black Ops 3.5. It's almost like it's the same thing, except you don't have the jumping. A few things are different and added onto it. The health system is a little bit higher, so people complain about the hit points and stuff like that. It's a little bit harder sometimes to hit people. But other than that, you can still slide, run, slide, all the exact same, Prophet, Ruin, Seraph, all that stuff from Black Ops 3 is in Black Ops 4. You can still do all everything is almost the same, other than just wall walking. So that's why people think that, it's more than likely just Black Ops 3.5 than actually a new game altogether. Which, I mean, I like Black Ops 3 a lot, so it's whatever. I'm out, dude. See you in the next video. Take care, man. Take care. How long is the vacation, Diego? I take a vacation for 1 week at a time. I have 5 weeks of vacation now each year, plus 7 option days because I've been with my company for 21 years. I started when I was in high school, and I never quit. And I'm getting older now. I'm 38 years old, as you guys know. I've got a little bit of gray hair. When you see my hair growing a little bit longer, you can see the gray hair starting to pop in. But I started when I was in high school, and I never quit. And because of that, I have all the years in now. At 20 years, I got 5 weeks vacation. What do you want? Yeah, that's right. He's hitting the PlayStation button on the white controller. But yeah, that's what it is. I just take a week at a time. And then I think my next vacation is beginning of October. And then I'm going to go to SEMA. I've been invited now to SEMA 3 years now, or 2 years. So finally, another company contacted me again. Was like, would you come out? So they said they want to give me free tickets out there. So I was like, you know what? This year I might actually go to SEMA this year. I've been invited now by 2 different companies. So I'm like, you know what? Why not? So I think I'm going to head out to Las Vegas this year for SEMA. That'll be a vacation. I have a vacation right before Thanksgiving as well. So I've got a lot of vacation still. I didn't take very much vacation at the beginning of the year. So now it's just like boom, 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 boom. Like every month I'm going on vacation again, bitches. I'm out. And that's just generally the way I'm doing it right now for some thing. Because after this many years at my job, I'm just kind of like, sometimes I don't even want to be there anymore. It's just like, it's not the same company. It's not fun anymore to be there. It's a job. And I just, so I want to start really taking my vacations and really enjoying them, not having to be there, but again, I'm getting paid, that kind of thing. So, oh, well, no big deal. Anything you guys would like to talk about? I know we're coming up on 2 hours now, but is there anything else you guys would like to talk about? Feel free to ask in the questions below. I might end up hitting up some more Black Ops 4. We'll see. Maybe I'll stream if you guys want to watch. I'll stream some Black Ops 4. We can see what happens if you guys want. And I don't know if you guys have Black Ops 4. Maybe I'll link them and play together. Again, I haven't played very much of it. I think I hit like level 10. And then I was like, okay, that's it. Because last weekend I had to go. This weekend I got to play a little bit on Saturday before I went up to Jacksonville. Or no, it was Friday night. So technically I guess it was Saturday after I got home from work. But that's all I ever got to play. So maybe we'll see something of it. So your Instagram post, how was it? Very nice. Very nice. We had an amazing hotel room right on the beach. Beautiful scenery. Really nice. Those kind of things. I really wouldn't spend that kind of money to be on the beach or some fancy stuff like that. Or take it because like we went to Texas Day, Brazil. If you guys know what that is Texas, like a Brazilian steakhouse. It's right there in Jacksonville, Florida. And our bill was over $100 for just me and her, just for the dinner. And then, of course, how much was it to stay on the beach at the resort there? And then I bought her another Coach purse, small Coach purse she wanted. So, but how often does you have a birthday? You have a birthday once a year, I'm not gonna say I'm not well taken care of. You guys all know that. I have a very easy life. Let's just put it that way. Everything's nice big home. I've got nice cars and stuff. And if it wasn't for her, I'd be having to pump out tons of money myself into a house. So thankfully, we are blessed with having such a nice home, and I have the extra money I have now to spend on the nice cars and stuff like that. We get to go on tons of vacations because we're a little bit better off. And, I'm blessed. I don't mind spoiling her a little bit and getting her nicer things. But it was really, really nice weekend away. And she got to spend time with her family. She went up on Friday where I didn't get to go up till Saturday because I still had to work as usual. So she got to spend time with her family, and me and her spent time, and he stayed with his grandparents there, her parents. So it all worked out. We had a good evening dinner together, date, and had just a nice evening overall. Tell me you don't get the Coach purses with the C's on them. I think she has one or two purses like that. It's all her taste. It's whatever she wants. This time it's a tan purse with a white stripe on it. It's one of those small ones that she can put over her shoulder. That's what she likes. She doesn't like sometimes the bigger purses. I have some of the bigger ones, but it's whatever she wants in the end. And just like for me, it's whatever I want. She doesn't care about cars. Doesn't care one thing about cars. So when it comes down to cars, she sometimes will be like, I don't really like that car, but for her, it doesn't matter. My car now. It's mine. You're not getting it back ever again. Nope, you don't get the car back. Cowboys in Hilton Head is like kind of awesome. Awesome restaurant in Brazil. Oh, dude, yeah, dude. I love it. Like Brazilian Fogo de Chao is another one. They have them down here on International Drive, or they call it I Drive here in Florida, in Orlando. They don't call it International Drive. Everybody just calls it I Drive here. And it's expensive, though. Like I'm telling you, every plate is like, it's unlimited beef. They just come to your table and they're like, would you like this type of meat? Would you like this type of meat? And they just keep coming to your table and they just cut it off for you. Dude, but it's like $40-something a person. And then we got our liquor and, a drink. And then so a tip, it was like $130 with tip with drinks and then the meal. It was not cheap at all. But, shh. Well, here's your car. Whoops. It fell over. But, that's the kind of thing. Which car was louder? The 370Z was probably louder because it had test pipes on it plus an exhaust, where the GTR only has an exhaust on it. But that's fine with me. I mean, when I drive the Z for more than 20, 30 minutes on the highway at like 75, 80 miles an hour, the drone between 70 and 80 was so loud and so annoying. It would actually start hurting my ears after a while. It might as well have been like a motorcycle on it because of the whole time you're like, oh my God. So I'd have to keep it above 80 miles an hour because the drone would just drive me up the damn wall. With the GTR, it doesn't have that drone. It sounds so much better. So I don't really plan on doing a lot more to the GTR. It's so damn fast the way it is. It would be just silly for me to even spend more money on racing it, making it faster when it already goes fast. What? You got to go like this. You want to put the charger in? Well, then you got to plug the charger in just like that. See? So it charges it. Don't pull it out. Don't pull it out. Leave it just like that. That's where I found my favorite food was in Jacksonville. Yeah, not cheap. What was your favorite meat at Texas de Brazil? Let's see. I would say it was either the sirloin tips or the filet mignon. One of those two. I really liked them a lot. Have you tried ball solid blood sugar? Yes, I have, Dalton. It's very good. Do you like the new Teslas? Not really. The neighbor has a Tesla, but I'm not into the Tesla thing. It's just not for me. Nathan. He's starting to act a fool. I don't know how much longer the stream will last. Once he starts acting a fool, he'll start getting loud, start screaming if things don't go his way, and then that just ruins it. What's your favorite soda? I would say like a cherry Coke or a cherry Pepsi would be my favorite. Do you try the Parmesan crushed chicken? Yeah, we tried the it had the chicken that had the bacon wrapped chicken. That was really good. What do you want? All right, I got it. He's just trying to grab my hand and he's holding the controller at the same time, wanting me to touch certain buttons. Do you have the lobster biscuit? No, I didn't get that one. They came. It's only see a different type of chicken. You had different. The ribs were ridiculously soft. They bring out they chop off parts of the rib. Oh my God, it just fell off. The sirloin was super soft. The sirloin tips were amazing. The filet mignon was great. The sausage was a little spicy. But it's really cool because, they come to your table, you want some, and they just slice off a little bit, and you just keep getting as much as you want. Be quiet. Be quiet, Nathan. Stop. I don't know what you're saying because you don't want to speak English. You just want to make noises. Do you cook at home? Not really. Not really, honestly. I work a different schedule than she does, so we rarely ever cook here. Wait, did you think if it was salty? No, I don't remember it being salty. Cheese bread is, yeah, the cheese bread is really, really good. My wife likes those plantains. I'm not into plantains, but I did like cheese bread a lot. What? Yeah, there's Dora the Explorer. Now you can learn Spanish. You can hang out with all the Puerto Ricans and sing. I don't know what you want. Yeah, he's starting to get on the edge now, guys, where he'll start going like, ah. I like ranch more than soy sauce. Personally, I'm a ranch person. Yeah, once he starts screaming here in a minute, guys, that'll be it. That'll be like, I'm done, Daddy. I'm ready for you to pay attention to me. And it'll get really out of control. You know that, guys. Like he'll just like blow his top. He's like a woman. Like if you don't pay attention to her, ah, that's what'll happen to him. And then it'll all go downhill from there. Grilled pineapple. I like pineapples a lot. I like pineapples. I like a lot of fruit myself. But I'm not, I guess soy sauce isn't that much. I like sushi. I love hibachi. I'll get all that stuff for sure all day long. I love going to hibachi. Yeah. Any other questions we've got, guys? We're at 2 hours now. I probably should go ahead and hang out with him a little bit more because I know it's late at night. And probably take my contacts out and get ready for bed because I'm tired. Last night I didn't sleep very good. It was so hot in the hotel room. We cranked it down to 66 degrees. It must have been like 74 in there. It was so hot. Maybe 75. I'm like, this is ridiculously hot. For us, it was hot. We usually leave the air conditioning here around like 72. She'll put 70 in the other side of the house in the master bedroom. So it was so hot for us. There's no fan in there. I was like, this sucks. So I didn't sleep very good last night. I'm pretty tired. But I want to spend a little bit of time with you guys. You know what I mean? It's fun getting to hang out with you. And that way tomorrow I can get up and try and catch up a lot of videos. Maybe get out a late video for you guys. We'll see what we can do on Monday for you guys. See if we can hook you up with maybe another video. They have that or a Brazilian steakhouse. Oh, yeah, dude. The Brazilian steakhouse is awesome. I love them, but damn are they expensive. Oh, my God. You better be ready to drop a Benjamin at least before you go into like Brazilian steakhouse. They're all so expensive. Dalton, I don't know. I've got to get it tested out. I always try and update you personally. Just give me some time. I'm not lying to you. Again, with the rain, it's just been hampering the hell out of me. I can't help it, Dalton. It's just the way. You sent me the products at the wrong time. If you'd sent me to the middle of the winter, dude, it would have been done right away. But with the rain every single day, it ruins everything because I sleep until about like noon every day because of my work schedule. So I finally get up and have a coffee, get out there around 1 o'clock to make videos. And by 2:30, it's already starting to rain. And it's like, oh, my God, so it sucks. So I'm not trying to hold you back on it. I'm not trying to hold you back, Dalton. That's why I always try and send you personal messages and let you know, like, I'm not trying to dick you over. It's just the way the world goes, bro. Really is. Any updates? Ricky, I've looked over the last 2 months, but honestly, I haven't found anything. I've only seen 4 Aristos come up for sale in Japan, and 2 of them were in bad condition. One had very high mileage, and the other one, what do you want? Put it back then. There. He'll start driving me nuts here real soon. And the last one was in mint condition, but it was white and had cloth interior, and I didn't want white with cloth interior. I wanted green number 1 or blue number 2, and I want with leather interior. And then I would have probably bought it in a heartbeat. But that's the way it is. You just got to wait till one comes up for sale. If one doesn't ever come up for sale in the auctions, then that's the way it is. I mean, it's just a hit or miss thing, you know what I mean? Because you've got to wait until one comes available. And then now you're going to bid against who knows how many other people are bidding. They said you only have like 10 or 15 seconds to bid on a car. So you basically do like an eBay thing. You tell the company, the auction company, or not the auction company, but the company that goes to auction for you and uses their sales badge to say, look, this is my top bid. I won't bid anything higher than that. And then they bid up to that. So they'll be like eBay. So they'll bid under here. And then if you get outbid, then they'll bid up to there until it gets to like, let's say I say cap $3,000 is all I'm willing to pay. Then they'll hold it off. Anybody bids above them, then you lose it. You just wait for the next one to come up. So that's the only thing is they've only had 4 come up in the last 2 months that are between the years that I would want. Now, if you wanted like a Civic or something, dime a dozen. And that's just the way it goes, Even Preludes are hard to find. Preludes are very hard to find. But, it's just what you got to do. And again, as the months go on, the more I'm able to pay down the GTR. I only have $21,000 left on it. So after this month, I'll probably owe like 20, maybe high 19,000 on the GTR. I mean, it's getting down there. My goal is to have it paid off by next summer to next fall. And then if that happens, then it'll free up all that money where I can actually go out and buy another car. As a matter of fact, my student loan from college, I've been paying $300 a month on the student loan for college, and I only owe $3,900 left on my student loan, and it'll be completely paid off, and that'll be a lot more money off my back. I mean, you figure a brand new Civic Type R, 34,000. We put down about 5,000. Let's say roughly 5,000 down. Your payment's only like 400 something a month. So that's perfect for me. I don't really want to do more than that. $400 and change. That's perfect. 736. I start to worry. I don't worry, but I feel like it's a bigger weight on my back every day. Would you consider a Toyota Chaser? Mark, yeah, I know what you're talking about. They're not personally my favorite looks-wise, Ricky. It's just not for me. I like the Toyota Aristo a lot more looks-wise than I like those. I know you're talking about like a Soar or the Mark and all that stuff. As a matter of fact, it's funny because you have Japanese classics up north in Virginia. Dude, they have a Soar and a Mark II or whatever in stock right now, Mark IV. So I don't know which one it was. They're asking like $15,900 and $16,900 for them. Like, for that? Like, they only sell at auction for like $3,000 or $4,000, maybe in mint condition. And just the money, like the Aristo they have, they're asking $13,900 for it. I'm like, I know you paid no more than $3,000 for that car. They are asking absolute ridiculous amounts of overpriced for their cars, way more than they pay for those cars. Maybe not so much the GTRs because they really can't sell GTRs because they're hot and everybody can just get them themselves. But for like your Soars, your Marks, your Cressidas, stuff like that, your other cars, man, they're asking way more than they pay. And just to me, it's stupid. Like I would consider giving them $7,000 for the one they have because it only has 46,000 original miles. Green, leather interior, mint condition, leather. I came it was like a 4 or 4.5. Their inspection rating. I would consider it around $7,000. Thinking okay, you make a little bit of money, but hell no. When I know they sell between $1,500 and $3,000 for mint condition Aristo, no way would I pay anything more than that. That's just stupid. Yep, still have student loans, bro. That's the way it goes, man. Student loans, they make you pay very little on student loans. Hell, my wife, we pay like $2,000 something a month on her student loans. Originally, some of her loans weren't even due to be paid off until like 2030 something. Shit you not. 2030 something. They give you like 30 or 40 years to pay off some of those student loans. The rate we're paying it, she has 28,000 left. It'll be paid off by the end of next summer. Her student loan will be completely gone by the end of next summer because we're paying $2,000 something a month on her student loan every single month. Very, very a lot of money we're tossing. I mean, it's more than our house payment is for her student loan. So we pay so much extra that, it's getting paid off a lot faster. You owe $10,000 on your card. It's killing me. Yeah, you know what? With my 370Z, I paid it off in exactly 3 years from the day I purchased it. I paid it off. I paid it off 2 years early. And so I had no car payment for over a year when I bought the GTR. And I was like, oh, my God, I'm back in a car payment again. I had no credit card debt, no car payment. And so I had tons of money to blow on whatever I wanted every month. And now I know that money has to be there. Now I'm like, I just want that money gone because I think the GTR's loan was a 5.5-year loan through my credit union. And I've already paid off well over half of it in a year and a half. And I have less than half it to pay off. And just they're like, yeah, you're paying a lot. And I'm like, no shit. Last month I paid $2,000 on it. So it's the way it goes, guys. I hate debt. My credit is amazing because of it. And now I'm just like, I don't want to get into another big car payment. Like I said, my friend with the Dodge works at Dodge. He's like, okay, let's get you a Hellcat. I'm like, they're cool, but I don't want to get into another big car payment again. I'm done with that. $34,000 is more than enough for me. You know what I mean? So if you put down like say $5,000 on it, your payments like low 400s. I'm happy with low 400s all day long. That's normal car payment. When you get 700s, that's not so normal. I feel like they're starting to get high. Geez, $1,400, man. I'm telling you, this house here is $2,100 something for this house, Cody. You just need to get the hell out of there. You need to get the hell out of New York. You could have a house payment down here for that, Cody, all day long. It might be a house built in the 90s, but you'd have for $1,400, you'd have a very nice home for $1,400 a month. It might be like a 3-bedroom, 2-bath, or maybe even if you're lucky, a 4-bedroom, 2-bath. But it will be built like within the last 20 years. You'll probably get a pool with it and everything for $1,400 a month, Cody. You'd have a much better time here than you would up there. So I would say move out of New York at least. Go anywhere. Hell, if you go out to like a little towns like Tennessee, Georgia, Alabama, God, you'd have a massive home for $1,400 a month because everything's so poor there. As long as you're not in the big giant city, you can do a hell of a lot for $1,400 a month. My brother tells me to get a newer car, but I hate the monthly payments plus the exactly. The 91 Prelude, other than the stupid ECU problem, it still runs. I drove that. I bought that in 2009, so I've had it for 9 years now, and I still keep it. The blue Prelude I've had since 2006, still drive it. You know, I bought the 370Z because I always wanted one, but I didn't absolutely have to have one of those cars. It was just one of those wants, and that's why I was able to pay it off so fast. And just like the GTR was always a dream car for me, when I had the opportunity, I took it. But I had no car payments, and it was nice not having car payments. I literally bought whatever the hell I wanted to buy. I want to buy new computer stuff, or I want to buy this, that, and the other. I just go and pay it because I had no car payments. I had no bills at all, no credit card debt, 0 bills. And I'm like, this is the way to do it. You know what I mean? Thoughts on yellow fogs? It's not really me. It's just not a thing for me. I don't know. I think they're trying to be too JDM. You know what I mean? You like old cars experience, different experience. Oh, for sure, man. Like, if I'd won the lottery, the Powerball just went for like what, 385 million. I would have a custom home built with like a built-on garage in the back, which would be able to hold like 20 or 30 cars in it. One of those massive type buildings in the back with like giant roll-up doors. I'd probably go nuts buying like 90s JDM cars. I'd buy a mint condition CRX, Del Sol for fun. Of course, an NSX, Integra Type Rs. You know, I'd buy so many different old school cars, you know, like VR4 3000 GTs, you know, that would be me. I'd be buying just tons of old school ones that I never was able to attain, maybe not even now or later. Supras, you'd see me buying all kinds of stuff, R32 GTRs. You know, my garage would be full of that kind of stuff. Maybe a couple American cars or European, but for the most part, it'd be like straight JDM cars. That's just me. Everybody has their own opinion what they like, but that would probably be me anyways. I have a buttload of them. And I would just be able to pull them in and out when I wanted to. What? It's empty. You emptied it out. You drank it all. What's up, David? I love the new car smell. 2 years is a long time for me to own a car. Wow. Now I usually keep my cars forever. Literally, I like buying things and then keeping them. This gaming PC, other than the graphics card, I updated the graphics card to a GTX 1060. I've had this PC for probably like 6 years now, and that's really old in PC years, but it works fine. So, you know, it's one of the first i7s that came out. So it's Intel i7 with 32 gigabytes of, it's 32 gigabytes of RAM. So it's like way more than I need. GTX 1060. Since I don't get to game too much, it's more than enough to game in 1080p. Way more than you would ever need for 1080p. Way more than the PlayStation 4 or Xbox can do. So it's like it does whatever I need it for. What do you get a CRX? Yeah, of course I get a CRX for sure. CRX, XSI, those things are going up in value as well. Can you see the phone? Yes, sir, you can. There you go. It just looks just like the S8. Nothing fancy, nothing crazy. Just looks just like it. A little bit better here and there. Just some minor adjustments, but nothing too crazy. Do you like the Honda CR-V? They're all right. I mean, Honda makes just plain Jane cars like anymore. They don't make fun sexy cars anymore. Well, the Civic's SI, even the new Accord looks really good. I will give it. The new Accord looks very good. That's why I have my hopes up very high for a Type R to be announced like later on this year or being next year. I think that'd be Type R Accord would be badass. Calm down, buddy. Yeah, he's gonna start blowing soon on me. He's gonna really get really pissed. He'll blow his top. You have 120,000. What 3 cars would you get if you don't have to max it out? Probably something like a Supra NSX, maybe an R32, something like R34. But there's really nothing else I want. I mean, I hate to say it, but when you have the dream car you want, which is a GTR, there's really not much else you'd want. These would be fun cars that I would add to the garage that you could take it out once in a while for fun. You know, those are, you know, you take a Supra out, you're going to get a head turner. You take an NSX out, it's going to be head turner cars. They're not near as fast as the R35 GTR. I understand that, but those are head turners. You take them anywhere, you're going to get attention. That would be a lot of fun, you know? Man, I play a racing game called Juiced. It is the best cars. You just mentioned hard driving though. I mean, I don't know. We'll see. Maybe we'll win the lottery one day. That I would like to see a YouTube channel where somebody who wins the lottery just goes buck wild with it, buying cars and just going nuts, just starting their own like a dream garage kind of thing. I don't want to see somebody rich person. I want to just see somebody that came from just an average Joe life who suddenly hits the lotto and now they can live their dream and they can just buy all the crap they've ever wanted to buy, you know, and build a custom garage. You know, they buy like 50 acres or whatever, and they build a massive garage that can hold like 20 cars in it, like a big building. air conditioned building kind of thing, and just go freaking wild with it. I think that would be an amazing YouTube channel. Be like, guys, look what we're looking for now. Look what I just got, guys. And go through it. I mean, like Jay Leno's garage. Jay Leno's garage to me is fun. Granted, he's a multimillionaire. He can afford all that stuff. But it's cool because he cherishes cars so much. He has different cars from different decades, and he actually restores them and really makes them just in really good condition again. He knows so much about them. And I really do like that. I think that'd be a lot of fun for somebody just to win the lotto and just go nuts doing that kind of stuff. Just buying cars, putting it upstairs, saying, this is. Oh, there you go, Cody. Ranch sunflower seeds. But I think that to me would be a lot of fun to have that kind of stuff and show what they personally like in their lives and how they always wanted this when they were a kid, but they could never have it. Their parents couldn't afford it. Now they suddenly have all this money. Now they're going to go crazy and do the stuff. I think that'd be a lot of fun. You know what I mean? Wouldn't you have to pay a lot for taxes winning the lottery? You pay a lot, but if you won like 385 million, like the Powerball just went for, it's like, dude, here's 50 million. Shut up, state, go away. You still have 330 million to play with. It's like, dude, I'm more than fine. I mean, you invest almost all that money, you can just live off the interest. What do you want? I don't know what you want. You gotta say what you want. I don't know what you want. Ranch for sure, man. What do you want? I don't know what you want. The Switch? The Nintendo Switch. You can't have the Nintendo Switch, buddy. It's charging. It doesn't work right now. See? It doesn't work. It needs power. It doesn't work right now. Sorry. No. Stop. Now you're stuck things. It's no power. See? It doesn't work right now. No. Leave it plugged in. He's trying to rip the power cords out of the stuff. There we go. Anyways, guys, anybody have any more questions they'd like to ask? We'll go ahead and answer that. Otherwise, I'm probably going to go ahead and get ready for bed and go from there. You know what I mean? So feel free to ask anything you guys want. Fortis, of course, comes in at the very end of the night. We're about to close down the night. If you guys have any more questions, feel free to ask. I'd love to answer them for you. We can talk for a few more minutes, and we can go from there. Boom. Done. Turned off. It's turned off, Nathan. Don't calm down. But yeah, if anybody have any more questions, I'm going to go ahead and wrap up the night for the night because I am actually Team Android Fortis. Only wannabes get iPhones. They want to have cool, and they got man buns there for us. You got a man bun up here? Nuh-uh. No, sir. You got that man bun? You got that man bun up here for us? You walk around acting like cool with your really tight jeans on? I'm just messing with you, man. Anybody have any more questions, though, for real, though, I'm going to go ahead and wrap up the live stream for the night because I am tired. My son is really screwing with some stuff I don't want him screwing with. Stop. What are you doing? He's like messing with the iPhone right now. But if there's no more questions, I'm going to go ahead and wrap it up for the night. I will try and get these videos out for you next week. During this week, I'm on vacation again, so I'll be able to get some Grills Garage stuff out. That new finished polish. I'm going to get the GTR. Maybe the Limitless Car Care video out for you guys for the wheel cleaner. We'll see. Again, we'll see what happens. And if not, I will see you guys in the next few days and stuff. Just make sure you watch all the videos and have a lot of fun. Stop, Nathan. There. So we'll go from there. Thanks so much for being with me.